Hello and welcome to Battlelords of the 23rd century. Congratulations, recruits. It is the day of your graduation. The only thing you have to do is survive this last little test that we have provided for you. As you look around, you find yourself in this warehouse that seems abandoned. I assure you it is not. The attack will commence in 30 seconds. Good luck. Do not die. That is an order. 30 seconds. What do you all do?
Let's do this.
I pull my plasma sword out.
Okay. Plasma sword.
I pull out my pulse rifle.
Pulse rifle.
I pull out my laser rifle. I want to just scout the initial space a little bit. Try to find some cover.
At this exact second, you all are standing in the middle of what looks to be a very large, dilapidated, abandoned warehouse. There are openings on each side to which you can see daylight coming through. Dark gravel underneath your feet and very thick shadows up overhead in the rafters.
Hoss, you got thoughts?
Yeah, can I hear anything? Is that what I'm hearing?
Which
right now?
direction is it coming from?
I got these ears right here.
Yes, you can try and detect where that is
You
coming
hear
from.
that weird squelching clicking noise?
If you have a relevant skill,
I do. It's called hearing. I got these ears.
you do have a what is your you have a sense skill specific because you do have very
Good ears.
Good ears. What is that you need?
40. I have a 40 bonus to
All right.
my hearing.
Roll it.
I'm gonna roll with you.
Yep, you both can. What is Ace doing during this?
She is pulling out her laser pistol and getting ready to shoot whatever she sees.
number almost?
All right.
Yeah, 40.
I would
You
like
got
to use
41?
tactical
No, I got a
evaluation
14.
to be able to
14,
kind of
everybody.
find the best place for me to be.
Okay. Roll it. Let's see how good you are at it. So what did you all get?
Total of 54 for me. I have a helmet with a bunch of sensory rings on it. That gives me, I think, 25% more active sensors. I don't know if that's related to hearing.
You don't know where it's coming from.
Well, that's not good.
You hear it.
I got an 80.
I gotta know where to shoot.
Again, in this system, lower numbers are better.
Well, I got a 40 technically.
Right.
I thought we had it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, well, I got under it then. I rolled a 14.
Oh, you rolled a 14?
Yeah.
Yes, you want to get under that number.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. So then you succeeded by a significant degree.
I did
Hit
hear
it
something.
on the dot then?
No. So that you're hearing, you take that number and minus it from your roll, and
Oh, so
Then I got a 0.
I'm at negative 36.
Wait, no, I thought it's not that you mind like
because
you want...
Sorry, go for it.
I was going to say, you want to roll... well, what were you about to say?
I was gonna say you subtract your hearing or vision or smell from your roll, and then the GM, based off of the environment, will set the DC for that. So if it's a loud and easily heard thing, the DC will be like an 80 or a 90, and so you would roll and you would minus your hearing from it.
so it's not like Gumshoe where you're just trying to roll under your stat.
No, not always.
Not always. Usually, but not always. Because in general, when I will give you target numbers, and your goal is to get under that number every time. That is always your intention.
Okay.
Well, I clearly heard something.
It just so happens they, as Fott, which we will describe, by the way. I realize we jumped right into it. That is intentional. They, as Fott, have particularly good hearing.
Yeah.
That's why that happened.
Who was
So what did you actually end up with, understanding what he just said? What was your actual result of the roll?
Minus 36. Negative 36.
0 and negative 36. Your Fott ears immediately calibrate to the fact that there are 3 of these things.
Wait.
There is one hiding in the shadows with what would be to your left, and 2 that are up in the rafters.
All right, I shout out their positions as like numbers on a clock. We got one at 12, one at 3, one at 7.
And I'm pointing at it.
All squishies.
On your command, Hoss.
Well, yee! Get in there.
All right, all of y'all roll initiative. So for this game, an initiative, you roll 2d10, you add it together, and you subtract your initiative modifier. So it is not percentile in the sense that it'll be 85, 8 and 5 would be 13.
5.
All right, hang on, let me make a note of this.
Roll
and what is
subtract
your
initiative
name?
modifier.
I'm Glitch.
14
Glitch has
minus
5.
12. 2.
Okay.
I rolled 1.
Sketch has 1. Ace.
It's the percentage minus 3.
Well, you add them together, so it's not. So what is that? A 6 and a 1?
That's a 40 and a 1.
So it'd be
That's 5.
4 and a 1.
So it's 5. Yep.
Yes.
And then, do you have any? What's your initiative modifier?
7.
Okay, so you're at -2. Ace is super fast. Yes.
7.
7. Well, you guys are like going great at this. All right. Thumper is 7. Haas.
Young 2.
Haas is 2.
-3.
-3 for. How do we pronounce your name?
Tark.
Tark. Yep. Tark. -3. Well, you guys.
He spent so much money on a sword he couldn't buy a vowel.
Thumper, your name has too many syllables. Got to shorten that to fit the rest of us.
It doesn't have any syllables. What are you talking about? I keep my name clean.
All right.
That's not...
Syllables.
So, the way this game works again, the lowest number actually acts first, but the highest number will declare first. Because the idea is the faster person kind of gets an idea of what's going on around them and then reacts accordingly. So, Thumper, what would you like to do? It is not going to happen yet. You're just telling me what your intention is.
I'm waiting for something ugly to pop its head up so I can blow it off.
So, you are bracing.
And aiming. There's
Yes.
some aiming too.
Well, you need to know why. I would say you know where it is. You heard it very clearly with your -35. So I would allow you to say you're aiming and bracing. So
But I don't know if it's behind cover, right? I haven't seen
You
it.
do not know. You haven't seen it, but you know it's over that way. So when you do shoot, you will have the modifiers for having both braced and aimed.
No, sounds
Okay.
good. Sounds good.
Glitch, what is your intention?
Yeah, I want to get to a more advanced position undercover where I can call out the position of people in the rafters.
So your goal is to get behind cover and keep an eye on what's happening. Okay,
Okay.
Sketch, what is it that you want to do?
I want to jump up to higher ground, something I can climb on top of and then shoot down on.
Okay, so you want to try and scale your way up. There's plenty of places to get a handhold, so you'll be able to climb up. Ace, what is it that you would like to do?
I am going to try and get in a position where I can hide under something, but still aim up at the 1 and 12 o'clock coming down from the ceiling.
Excellent. And again, for some reason, my brain is not capable of processing how you say your name.
Tark.
Tark. Because I read something very different. You know what I mean? So hang on. Now I'm going to do myself a favor, and I'm just going to
Just add
write
the
it
A.
down phonetically. No, I'm going to write it phonetically. Tark, you actually can just say what you're going to do and do it, because you were the fastest.
So since they're up high and they're away from me, I would like to find...
Specifically, there are 2
Did
in the
Hoss say
rafters.
what he was going to do?
Yeah, there was a shadow split.
Haas would
here?
have been right before Ace, sorry. So yes, Haas, what are you doing?
I would like to... Wait, what's can you tell me the situation again?
Big, seemingly empty warehouse. There's like broken machinery and metal and bits and everything.
Mhm.
There is one something on the ground at 9 o'clock. You've heard it. You have not seen it, but you've heard
Is
it.
it like in the corner of this warehouse?
Would be along the wall.
Okay.
At the both opposite ends are doors that are open.
Mhm.
You have 2 more of those things are in the rafters. You do not know what they are. You've just
So
heard
if it's in front of us, if this is in front of us and we're like looking into the warehouse,
from where you are, there's doors at 12 and 6.
Mhm.
Creature at 9 o'clock on the ground.
Mhm.
Creature at 9 o'clock in the rafters.
Mhm.
Creature at 3 o'clock in the rafters.
I thought that was 12 o'clock. That
12 o'clock is the door out.
Okay.
6
I
o'clock.
thought one of
is
them
the
was
door.
12 o'clock up. Okay, cool. Well, then I would like to hide behind some cover and also get the guy in the shadows since everybody's kind of focused on the 2 up top.
Okay, so you can get behind some cover, try and draw down on the other guy.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. So
So then for me, I'm going to go immediately to 9 o'clock while yelling, heading to 9. And I'm going to use one action to run. If I don't see them, I'm going to use a second action to get to closer in that direction. Basically, I'm going to be searching until I find them is my goal.
all right, you can give me a check to see if you can see anything. Do you have any particular skills that would help you with looking for things?
No, just vision.
All right.
61. Not that great.
It should be right here, but it's not.
Okay.
It should be right here.
So movement, one action, looking, my second action.
Mhm.
I
would say looking is not going to cost you
Okay,
an
so
action.
then I would like to use tactical evaluation then and
Okay.
try to base that information.
All right.
Do we hear anything move?
So far, you have not.
When he moved there, we didn't hear anything move. So
just
it's
heard clicking.
camouflage.
So I have an 11. My tactical evaluation is a 54. So I'm 40 below what I need to hit. So success.
It must be right here in front of you, but hidden.
I swing. Just wild.
Find it with your sword.
Tell me what you get. You will have a
I swing as well.
a not insignificant penalty because you cannot see it.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah,
Should I still add my range bonus to that or no?
Since it is a melee weapon, you don't have a range bonus.
I do.
With your sword?
With the sword, yeah. If they're within my range of one, I have a negative 40. Or it says 40 for range bonus.
Yes, then you are. That does apply. Okay. You will have a penalty to your attack.
So I got a 12, and my that's after the minus 40, and my melee is 86.
All right. Believe it or not, you swipe through the air and you hear. Okay. And you see something. You can roll the damage here. Okay. Something looks up at you that is vaguely humanoid but small. It probably is about the size of about a 10-year-old. If you didn't know any better, you would think it was a kid. Mm-hmm. But it looks at you and snarls, and it is covered in eyes that have like no pattern or anything. They sort of like look different directions at you, and it goes.
Would you like me to roll the d6 to see what part of them I hit?
I would.
So I hit their right arm, and I do 8 points of damage.
Okay. Let's see something here. Let's see how bad it's hurt.
This is the one in the corner, yeah?
You do how many points of damage?
8.
Very nice.
It hits the ground dead.
Okay. My fourth action I'm going to spend to basically dodge.
Really sensitive arms.
Ace.
I'm gonna fire. I'm gonna fire towards the ceiling.
I thought it was my turn.
No.
It is not.
No.
You declare in reverse order.
What in the hell?
Full burst on the laser pistol.
Okay. Since you are not sure where it is, you will have a penalty, but you roll and see. So you are going to include half of your attribute, plus your skill, which we should have calculated already, plus what it says is the range bracket 1 on the weapon.
Which attribute and which skill?
Manual dexterity. So half of the manual dexterity plus 5 for rank in your attack skill, which I'm pretty sure is 5, so 25, plus the weapon. And you want to roll under that number.
Okay, so wait a minute. That's 52 plus 5. Correct?
It should be whatever's half of your manual agility. So what's that?
Manual agility.
Manual dexterity. Sorry, manual dexterity. Sorry, half of that.
That's 52.
Plus 25. So you're at
77.
77. Plus next to the weapon in range bracket 1, you will have a number.
45.
45. So 77 plus 45. I am not good.
I rolled 68.
Is 122. So you have very good chances of shooting at things. However, you go brrrr, ding, 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 ding. Coming from up in the rafters.
She shouts out, guys, I think I just made it more angry. But in Orion, so.
That's true, in Orion.
The only one.
I translate to basic.
So for
She
burst,
made it angry!
So a burst will take half of your action, so you'll have 2 more if you're called upon to dodge, or you could shoot it again right now if you wanted to. But right now you're probably in a pretty good position because you can dodge still.
Yeah.
Right, and you'll be able to get behind cover. Okay, now Haas.
Yes. Question for you. What's the they're on rafters? What do the rafters look like?
Exposed metal. They're like rusting and like old and gross and broken.
Old and gross and broken?
Mm-hmm.
The gross part is what I was really looking out for. Can I aim at I don't know, maybe the most structural part of it. Oh, what the hell am I trying to think of right now? I'm trying to make the rafters fall down.
Okay.
I would like to do that.
Trying to aim for a weak point.
Yes.
Well, let's roll it and see.
Ooh. Fun times.
So again, half your manual dexterity, plus your weapon skill, plus the range bracket 1 of the weapon. You need to get under that number.
Half manual dexterity, plus the weapon skill, and what else?
Plus 5 per rank of your weapon skill. So do you have 5 ranks of the weapon you're using? That would be 25%. So half your manual dexterity plus 25%. Next to the weapon.
So I have to get underneath 65%.
Yep.
And you also include the weapon.
Yep.
Oh, what?
Whatever your rank.
You got it. Weapon
The
kinetic.
heart
Yeah.
cracker?
Yeah, and then at
I couldn't enter everything in.
it's 4. What
What's the
range bracket is
what's
this?
the, what's the
is
range
this-
bracket?
Where is this?
Actually, this would be range bracket 2 because it's up in the
So another 30
Yep.
on top of that. 95.
So you need to get under 95.
This might be a hard roll.
Well, but I know the difficulty.
38.
That's 83.
83.
That's 83.
It's still
That
under
is-
95.
I read it backwards.
That is 83. Do you want single shot or are you going to try and fire a burst at it?
Is it an only burst? Is it a hard burst?
no,
No,
you
you can
got,
choose single shot.
yeah.
Single shot then.
Hey. Boom! Bing!
Nothing?
Nothing.
Well, I tried. Guess we should give up.
Are you going to... So with a single shot, you can shoot again or you can choose to hang back and try and...
What does it look like?
Like
what did the round do to the metal broken railing?
it didn't fall. It's hard to say. You're
A
pretty
lot
sure
of
you hit it,
nothing.
though. Yeah.
A lot of nothing.
You're pretty sure you hit it.
You're supposed to shoot them. Did you not get the mission brief?
We attacking the warehouse.
You know, it happens to everyone. Don't be embarrassed. You know, you
I
get
swear
right
I
back
know
on
what
a
I'm
horse.
doing. I swear.
It's,
Not a bad idea. So
it doesn't make you less of a
So
man.
do you intend to
My
shoot
man.
again?
Yes. What'd you say?
So if you're shooting it
It's a
again,
bunny.
when you
It
take
doesn't
a
make you less
second shot, it will be
of a
negative
bunny.
20. So it'll be 20 less than what you rolled last time.
So this rusted, decrepit rafter.
20 more, or or your
The difficulty increases by 20.
Yeah. So
It gets harder to
yeah.
do.
What is this made of? You know?
Something that's
Metal.
rust.
All right.
Rusty metal.
Fuck it. I'll do it again.
So, most
I mean,
probably something steel.
Bracket
So you have to get below 75.
31.
That's below 75.
Yeet.
And you do hear
It farted. Look at that. Something
you do hear
happened.
scrambling.
Are you shooting at the 9 o'clock?
What?
No, he's trying to knock down the rafters.
Yeah, at the 9 o'clock location.
No.
No,
At the
It'd be-
rock.
the
it'd be-
3
it'd be
o'clock
3
location.
o'clock.
Okay,
Not over his head is what.
that is what I'm making
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, no. I'm
No,
moving
there's a-
right.
there's
In
a
my
non-zero
mind's
chance.
eye, I see a 3 o'clock position of the rafter.
I'm just making sure you're not going to kill me.
Well, that wouldn't be a terrible thing.
Well, you say that now. Just wait until your head's on the end of my sword.
Don't
gotta
shoot
catch
at
me
the
first there.
architecture or each other. Shoot
What?
at the enemy.
What's he gonna say when his head's at the end of your sword? Like,
Whenever I tell it to do.
it's a bunny puppet.
That was pretty funny.
A bunny puppet.
They're talking some mess.
Well,
After you hear that, you hear, and the creature comes flying out of the shadows and kicks you square in the chest with both of its legs.
just a bit.
Like,
Can
okay.
I dodge this?
Did you want to try and dodge? Because you should still. Well, do you have 2 actions or 4?
4.
Then yes, you can in fact dodge. You will apply your.
Can I just dodge and kick it right in the face? Can
No,
I
'cause
counter kick?
You've used your actions.
Ah, shit.
When you dodge, what is the modifier?
30.
You add 30 to it.
Yeah. Do
Uh,
I do something?
That's amazing.
that is pretty good.
I'm real quick.
Actually.
Oh wait, aren't we supposed to double that?
Oh, because bun.
For
'Cause
Fotts, yeah, you
the
use
bonus.
half of your agility, not a quarter.
So it's 60 then? Dodge ability.
It is not double, but it's half of your agility.
Dodge rating is double. It's got to be.
Yeah, I know, but it's a quarter agility for everyone else. It's half
One
for you.
quarter.
What's your agility?
121.
3.
123. So.
Yeah, so his is 60.
Yeah.
His dodge is 60.
Amazing.
61.
Yes, when you take the time to dodge, that is true. Yes, the creature comes flying, and you leap back on your powerful legs, and it just flies past you and lands on the ground. It looks around. And you notice, as you look at it, it is the exact same color as the ground. Like, it's actually like hard to make out while it's looking at you and hissing. And again, its eyes are just blinking, looking in different directions the whole entire time.
Little bastard.
Yes.
Well, that's just uncreative.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyone want to kill it, maybe?
is there any like gear or equipment or vehicles in here?
No
at
such
all.
things.
Just an open. Okay. I'm gonna shoot the one that's attacking him.
All right. Roll it. So same thing. It'd be half your agility plus 5% per your rank of skill plus the weapon at range bracket 2.
Right. So that's 36.
Actually, by now it's range bracket 1. It's on the ground.
Okay. So
And it's
that's
fairly close to you.
36, and then
Federal Battlelords down on the ground.
plus
Federal Battlelords down on the ground, yes.
10%.
I'd be running too.
46 plus. I'm not really a shooty boy.
I believe in you.
Plus 50. Wait. Oh, that's actually not so bad because the gun's good. I'm not good, but the gun's good.
Mm-hmm.
96 is.
So you need to get under 96, not counting whatever it might do.
I got a 15.
That is significantly under 96. Yes. So roll 1d6.
To see where I hit.
So, important question. Were you doing a single shot, a burst, or a full auto?
I was doing a single shot. I don't think I can do a burst with this gun.
Okay.
It's just a pulse.
No problem. Then you roll 1d6.
6. It's not great. It's fine. It's fine. So
6 is in one of the legs.
got a leg. Got a leg. Can I borrow these? Thank you. 11.
11 points of damage.
Hi.
The leg blows off completely, and it just falls to the ground.
I'll shoot it again. Oh, if I shoot it again, though, it gets more difficult, huh?
That is true. You would lose 20%.
That's
Wait,
okay.
I'd
Still
lose
pretty good. You'd be
just
shooting
20%.
at a 71.
So 75.
Actually,
96 with
you
this one,
have
yeah.
scored our first critical hit. So you can roll the percentile to let's
You did
see
have a crit.
what's going to happen to the creature.
Nothing good.
73.
Its right thigh bone is shattered. Yes.
That makes sense.
And it very much falls to the ground, writhing in pain.
Right. Cool. Cool.
Wait.
Yeah, I guess I'll shoot it again.
Okay. Yes, it will be negative 20.
But
Plus 20. Yeah, it's 20% harder.
Right.
Got a modifier for having a
Because
leg blown off.
theoretically just laying there. Yes, right. Mm-hmm.
It is very
So
concrete.
what is my it's broken hip not moving modifier then?
Roll, and I will account for that.
Great. I'm gonna redo this in my head though. So
Just subtract 20.
I don't remember what it was.
96.
Sure,
And
so
that's
76.
Trombones love the big parade.
5.
Whoa!
Okay.
You very shot.
Roll 1d6 again.
Okay. 6. I'm going for the other leg.
That's true. Technically, that bullet would land on the leg you already blew off. So technically, that is in fact a miss. And then you're like,
What?
that's the same hit location.
Mm-hmm.
You blew that leg. Oh, no, it's still on. It's shattered, but it's still got a leg. Yeah. No, it's still got it. So yes, roll the damage. You're trying to take it the rest of the way off like
It would
barrel
be
roll.
so terrible if it was just lying there on the ground and I'm just like,
I mean, it happens. Trust me.
I really don't like your leg.
Mhm.
Is this it? Yeah, alright, so 12.
This time, the leg does come clean off, and it stops moving.
Is that also a critical?
It is, but it is also dead. So you can roll on the
it's
critical
critically
chart to
dead.
find out what else you do to it if you like, just so we know. But yes, you have slain the beast.
52.
This time you. Oh, it is not location specific. Okay. Even though you hit it in the leg, the critical table can affect. Oh no, I'm right.
What happened?
No, here's the thing. Oh, roll a d10, and that's why. There's 2 different columns on here where I can have it's just a general critical chart, like something terrible happens, versus this specific area. This time you blew its shin bone off, as it apparently bleeds out and dies, wondering what you've got against legs. Like, what's this, like, its figure skating career
Relatable.
cut tragically short.
They're not as hot as yours. That's the problem.
Very few are. So yeah, so I just kill it by shooting it in the legs, and I just look at Haas and say,
Repeatedly.
Good job. You took his legs in.
and I'm gonna hold my other 2 actions.
From up in the rafters, you hear, and a laser comes flying your direction.
Dodge!
Yeah. So what is your dodge percentage?
Not 60. It's 18.
Well, it rolled a 4, so you're about to get very shot.
Can I just kick you in the chest? Out of damage? Out of the way?
That's true, he does have another action. Can he just push me out of the way with his foot?
Floors don't
It's like
exist.
jump kick you.
That's true.
Don't count, don't exist.
What is the threshold on your armor?
Oh no, we're getting into some numbers here.
Mm-hmm.
If it's the bear, it's 5. Yeah.
We've been in numbers.
4?
4 is your threshold?
Mm-hmm.
He comes right at you. Bounces off.
Oh.
And you all see it.
You got it. Very lucky.
You're like,
Did the ricochet hit any of us?
I am actually I am laughing.
that is the thing that happens. Glitch.
The nervous
Yeah.
laugh. Get you.
So I saw where that laser went off.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see it? I have 5 rings of observation.
Roll it. Let us see.
Do I subtract my stuff from the
Yes.
roll? Okay.
We need like a do.
19.
You have a pretty good idea where it was. Yeah.
I'd like to take my shot.
Okay.
So I put the macro together.
Is anyone
that's
else singing
114.
Hamilton in their head right now?
63 and 114. Negative 51.
No, your 63 is under the 115.
Okay.
Oh, right. No, I see what you mean.
Right.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Relative to whatever modifier you're going to do if it's a hard or something.
Yes, that is surprisingly useful for you to state as such. Yes, that is enough to hit the thing.
Okay.
So roll your damage.
Yeah.
Is it a single shot, a burst, or
yeah, I don't
full?
have a
Burst.
so 1
Okay.
is for the D6 location.
In the head.
In the head.
In the head. For 2.
For 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
You hear.
I'd like to take another shot.
Okay. That will be 20% harder.
Yes. $41. All together with all of the modifier bits.
Yes. That is also enough to hit it.
5.
That is, I believe that is a leg.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Fall from the rafter.
Right.
Okay.
How much damage?
3.
You hear it again.
I do it again.
Okay. Again, it will get cumulatively 20%, so it's now 60% harder than the first time.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a 74 modifier. 73. So that is 1. The number is 1.
On the dice one?
No, it's 73. And my modifier currently is 74.
Ah, got it. That is also enough to hit it. Oh.
That's 5, so that's the leg again.
Uh-huh.
For another 3. So I'm going to use action to duck under cover, and from there just use my half actions to dodge.
Yes, because a laser blast very much comes at you. So what is...
my dodge is 19.
19. Let's see. Same thing from up in the rafters.
And what's the cover bonus? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's the thing I just changed. I just closed. Moving around. The cover bump. What have I done? I made it worse.
7,000.
If you
Good,
are,
I like that.
One section behind cover is 15, 2 sections is 30, 3 is 45, 4 is 60, and 5 is 75. So in completely covered, you can't be hit. I would say you could get behind 2 pieces of cover, so negative 30.
Cool. So then that means my total is 49 of defensive.
Also, I have
modifier.
no idea how that just happened, but I was just sitting here clicking away at things, and it's like, oh, did you want to close everything but one? I'm like, I don't, actually. That's the opposite of what I would like to have happen. Okay.
So I was 49 hard to hit.
It still lands.
Why?
What is the threshold on your armor?
2.
It gets past your threshold with 5 points of damage.
Ow!
And because it is a laser, what's the threshold? Sorry.
2.
3 points go straight into your body through your absorption.
Ow!
So you very much feel this stinging hiss burrow into you, into your arm.
I was using that for things.
Actually, I take that back. 2 is torso, correct?
Yeah.
Nope. I'll say it hits you square in the back as you were trying to beat feet out of there. You all hear Glitch scream. And Thumper, you know who this sucker is.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you do, boy.
Of course I do. Remind me.
He's up in the rafters, but you can see him.
Oh, where he is? I thought you said what he is.
Oh, where he is.
I mean, I know what he is.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yes, what would you like to do, Thumper?
Oh, yeah, I'm on a swivel. I just whip right around, and I'm going to go for a burst.
So, since you did not spend the whole round aiming, you said you were going to do that, so that would not give you the bonus, but you can still shoot at him.
I was aiming and braced till I saw something, and I see something.
Go ahead and roll it. Let's see.
I loosened the jar for you.
All true.
All right.
Yeah, you
so
did a great job, buddy.
I roll which range bracket?
It is in range bracket 2.
Okay. So my normal weapon skill would be a 66.
Mm-hmm.
If it was range bracket 2, that's a 30, so that brings it to. I rolled a 26.
So yeah, you got that. That is enough to hit it.
All right. So it's a burst, right? That's 4 rounds in my burst.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna roll 1d10 first. Let's just see how many bullets even hit him.
That's an 8.
That is a miss. Anything above a 6 is a miss.
Oh, so I'm rolling 4 times
Mm-hmm.
D10 each time.
Because you're spraying bullets at it.
Yeah.
Like some of them are gonna hit him.
Second one's a 6, so that's a leg.
That is a leg. He was using that leg.
Third one is a 6. That's maybe the other leg.
That's true.
Yeah.
Same leg. Same
and
leg
then the
twice.
last one's a 9.
Like what?
So.
What have you guys got against legs?
Hey, bring someone down from rafters. Gravity is also a source of damage.
That is true. Yes. So
All right.
You,
I got
you hit him
one
in the leg twice.
Or 1 hit in each leg.
Actually,
no, 6
they
in the
are
same leg.
And that's
leg.
warming
It's
them
the
up
same
with
leg. I learned it by watching you.
So roll your damage.
All right. So that's.
You're welcome to watch me as
But
often as you'd like.
Each one.
Oh.
That's
So
be the Orion.
6 points of damage
watching.
on the first one.
That is enough to penetrate its threshold.
All right. And 3 points of damage on the second.
Wants to
The
penetrate
second
the
one
threshold.
bounces off.
Thank you.
Well, that's rude.
3 points of damage on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
That is enough to crit on it, though. So roll 1d10. Let's see what happens.
Correct.
5.
Whoa! That's a big crit.
Again, I apologize because for some reason now, Adobe's like, you want it all in 3 different things, right? Like, you don't want to switch tabs. That's gauche. One thing, you all, the reason why we're using PDFs of all this, which I will explain in more detail momentarily, is because the hard copies haven't come out yet. So we're having to do some clicking around here. So I apologize. You said it was...
How bad are you?
Ow!
All right.
Quick question.
Yes.
With still having 2 actions and like being able to dodge, am I able to slowly start moving towards like Glitch kind of stealthily to get over there and help them right now, or do I have to
You
wait till
can,
next time?
especially because this is the end of this turn too.
That is exactly what I'm
yes.
going to do.
And I would also like to use my saved action before we move on.
You can do that. You cannot save them to the next round, but you should still be able to do them in this round. That was 5 on the on that. Boom! You blow a giant hole in its leg, and it scrambles and falls out of the rafters and hits the ground, and its head cracks.
Rapid is the source of
Is it still moving?
It's playing possum. No, it does not move when it hits the ground.
All right. Is there another target I can acquire?
You all could hear 3. And 3 have been accounted for. Tark got 1. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tark got one.
Tark got 1. Sketch got 1. And you all collectively got the 3rd one.
No, that was me. That was me. I get full credit for
No,
that
I'm
one.
pretty sure everybody helped out, and you know.
You hear, not bad, not bad, not bad. I think my dear old mama could have done it in about 40 seconds with her handheld pulse rifle, but it is tolerable.
We technically did in 2 seconds, though.
That was 2 seconds.
That was 2 seconds.
A combat round is 2 seconds.
I do not believe I asked for your opinions, recruits. You
you
all
got 'em.
see in the
Time
doorway,
is opinion.
you see the silhouette of a familiar form of your Scissorak Drill Sergeant Knoll. They look like a very large black lion with a gray mane and a perpetually pissed off face.
Oh,
This
I
is
love that face.
Resting man face.
my favorite thing about all of this is that you all are gonna be out of my main by the next rotation.
Oh, it's such a glorious mane, though.
Oh.
I'd love to be in it.
It's, you stop that sketch. I understand what you're trying to do here, but that was passable work, I suppose. I got no solution but to welcome you to my beloved SSDC.
Thank you, sir.
And hello, welcome to Battlelords of the 23rd century. We will do our proper introductions here momentarily. You know what? Let's just do it now. Who you are playing, what that even means to people that have no idea.
Hi, I'm Sam Delev, and I'm playing Glitch, the Gen Human. I am a genetically modified human, a lot like what you might have seen in Blade Runner. I shoot things a lot, and I glitch things a lot. Hard life for a prototype. Glitch!
You are, in fact, more human than human.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Ash Vinnick, and I am playing Sketch. And Sketch is an Orion. And they're sort of like happy-go-lucky space elves with 7 fingers in each hand, which, you know, it makes you really good at a lot of things.
Like piano.
Like piano.
And counting to 14.
Someone else with a P.
Also that. But piloting. So I am very good at piloting.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the kids are calling it?
That's what I'm calling it.
I am Melee Damage. I am playing Dr. Ace McSteamy, also an Orion. Very heavily influenced by a lot of Earth 80s culture and a lot of, you know, soap operas and those doctors. And I always wanted to be a doctor, so I'm also the group's medic.
We can play doctor whenever you want. That's fine.
I mean, I was hoping.
What's that I hear? Subs going up. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Alkun Gersh, and I am playing Thumper, who is a Fott weapons specialist. Fotts are rabbit folk created by Uncle Ernie as a great contribution to this pyramid of genetics.
Yes, Fotts really, literally are giant anthropomorphic redneck rabbit killing machines. And they were created to be just that. So if that sounds ridiculous, it's ridiculous to everyone else in the galaxy as well. Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm D'Artagnan Matiliano, and I play Haas, who is also a Fott. And
Did you just say it twice?
Por que no dos, you know? You could be a thought Fott.
I'm a Fott. Fott was a thought. I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, that's what I play, and it's pretty sweet.
Leader of this whole outfit right here.
Well, we'll see how long it goes.
My name's Jake, and I am playing an Eridani named Fack.
That is.
Wait, what?
Wait, no,
Tark.
wait, what?
Tark, now I fucked it up. That's the wrong show.
That is true. That is not this show.
Wrong shows. Multiple
Are you going to
shows.
describe what you look like?
I'm an alien. I don't have 6 fingers, and I'm not a bunny.
I don't have 6 fingers either.
7 fingers. See, I'm screwing up everything. I have honestly, the photo, the description of it kind of makes me think of like someone that has lost their nose. It's weird.
You're a skeletal.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Mr. Skeletal. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Red
thing.
Skull, right? Red
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like that kind of?
Kind of,
No,
but
they're not that bad. That's more like the Zen.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than that. It's like a small, and I'm a pretty big too. I'm a size category 6, so
That's a little taller than me.
That is
Not too much.
You are a chunky boy. You're a big boy.
Yeah. I'm a big boy.
Little chunk.
And I use that in my advantage with a sword.
Little chunk.
That's just more you love, man. That's just more
More love.
Yeah.
At least I play the big boys. You know what I mean?
I like them big boys.
Big boys.
I mean, who here among us? Really, if we're being honest with ourselves. So this is Battlelords of the 23rd Century, which, if you have followed me for any time, I've been preaching the gospel of for years. I truly love this game. I've been playing this game as long as I've been playing D&D, Vampire, or anything else. This is a new edition. This is, quite frankly, my first time running it. Their first time playing it. This is the new 7th edition. Which the hard copy is not out yet, but the PDF is available through DriveThruRPG. But you have to search for the what you want is the Battlelords of the 23rd Century Kickstarter Edition core rules. There's a bunch of things there. There were some playtest documents and previous editions. What we're doing here is the core rules. We are doing our best to show the game accurately, but we may make mistakes, and that's kind of okay. So anything we say here today, when you see episode 2, 3, or 4 of this exact same stream, I might be like, that is in fact not a thing. We thought it was, it is not. So we're learning it just like you are learning it. Okay. Again, what is Battlelords? This is the exact write-up from the Kickstarter. Battlelords is a game set in a dangerous future. An alliance of humans and aliens is fighting for survival. The Arachnids, aka the Arachnids, have destroyed worlds and decimated populations as they advance into Alliance territory. Against the backdrop of war, players can take the fight to the Arachnids, become explorers seeking new alien species or allies for technology, or participate in espionage to further the goals of their corporate backers. And last but certainly not least, this is also brought to you by Games for Love, which is a charity which is near and dear to my heart. Again, to give the proper description, Games for Love is a kindness-oriented 501c3 nonprofit community of gamers for the purpose of easing the suffering of children in life-threatening conditions and contribute towards building a sustainable financial future to them. So you can donate if you are so inclined at gamesforlove.org/donate. Oh, also I'm B. Dave Walters. I guess I should probably mention that at some point. And I'm kind of brought this down on everyone's heads. Yes. So.
Like so many warehouses.
But we graduated.
I think not dying is something worth celebrating.
That is something worth celebrating. As you all are driven out of here, your Commander Knowlton is grudgingly respectful of what you've accomplished. It has been a long 6 months. For some of you, it has been almost 2 years for you, Ace, and for you, Tark, here in Officers Training School. But you all have been thrust together into what can be charitably described as a cohesive unit. In the 23rd century, species often are forced to cooperate because that is the job, but it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to get along. We're cool. Yeah.
I
love
no
Thumper.
problem with anyone.
And I love you all. We have met fairly recently, but I have great affection for you.
You're like a brother to me.
I was actually gonna say, I was gonna suggest we spend some quality time having Glitch feel better.
Not like that.
I wouldn't have touched the wound. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Just, nearby. Still hurt. It's fine.
Knowlton looks over at you as you are very injured. But It's fascinating though, because lasers cauterize the wound instantly. So
Yep.
as you all look, there's basically just a hole that goes like a not insignificant distance into their back. And you can just see burned and cauterized muscle tissue, blood. Maybe like you catch what you think might be the faintest innocent spine. You think just a couple inches to the left.
Again.
Yeah, again, it's all on brand, right?
You're gonna want to putty that up. You're gonna spackle that over.
Knowlton,
I don't have any spackle. People spackle?
Knowlton tells you,
What's it
Ace,
made out
that
of?
we'll get them patched up when we get them back. We were fully prepared to scoop up whatever bits of you all were left over the warehouse, but if you would like to try, you are welcome to. I would love to see your proficiency with that there paramedic kit.
Yes, well, there's that, and I am still training to be a physician in a lot of other aspects too. I just gotta get better at it. So, the more practice I get, the better. I will try not to hurt you more than you are already hurt.
You ready to be a guinea pig, buddy?
I'm kind of built for that.
Excellent.
You can make your medicine check, and remember, you get a significant bonus from your paramedic kit that you have.
Okay, so what is it? The paramedic kit gives...
Knowlton leans down in like his heavy lion-like face, gets in front of yours, and he goes, "Yeah, I remember my first time I took a stray round in the back. I was about your age. Of course, they shot at me 5-6 times, which I have dodged with my significant agility before one of them landed a lucky blow on me. But that's all right, because I rotated around and I just tore that guy's throat right out of his fine neck. Just tore it out. Yeah. This is me trying to distract you from the pain and discomfort that you might be experiencing.
I appreciate
Which,
all
on a
that.
scale of 1 to 10, how comforted do you feel at this exact second?
6.667, sir.
That is above average. That is unacceptable. What must I do to increase your levels of comfort?
I want to hear what happened next in the story, please, sir.
So, what did you get there?
Oh, fuck.
A 67 to beat a 97.
You're like, okay, again, the wound's clean, it's cauterized, like there's not any broken bones. Like, you think you can fix it. Like, you've got one of the BRIs out of it, not spackle, although you think some chewing gum patch that right up. You just put right in there and just be like, good as new.
Works for me. Walk it off.
That is not why I chew the gum, Thumper.
Right, but it could be. Yes, with the tools that are available here, you are able to seal up this wound. So your 3 points are recovered.
Thank you. Thanks.
No problem. Yeah, anytime. Just holler. I'll run right over if I am not also being shot at, and I will do my best to fix you.
Hopefully I don't get shot a lot, and then I don't yell at you.
Hopefully none of us get shot a lot, but I have a feeling that that's not going to happen.
Oh, this is a dark.
I get shot a lot. I'm fine.
Knowlton leans over
Pretty
to
okay
you,
with it?
Tark. He's like, that doctor is a prodigy, but why can she not speak the common tongue? It's galactic common for a reason. She speaks like 5-6 languages, and she can't talk like a normal person.
Does anybody know what the hell he's saying?
She speaks good enough Fott, and that's the only language that matters.
We can understand her just fine.
I hate the fact that I find some proficiency in your barbaric tongue, but yes, and he does speak Fott to you. He's like, that is some excellent doctoring.
Pronunciation.
Yeah,
there.
You're giving it all.
Very much.
Yeah, all right. See, I don't understand. Why can you speak rabbit and not common?
It's Fott.
Yeah.
We're not rabbits.
Not rabbit.
You bigot.
What are they doing?
I can't. I have no idea what they're
I
saying.
don't know if this is
No.
He's like, oh.
But then again, I also had no idea what she was saying to you when she was.
Well,
patching
you
your
know,
wound, so.
and he switches to Orion. He's like, you know, the reason why we assembled this particular squad to begin with was they were the only 4 races you were capable of communicating with. So, to some extent, this merry band is all because of you.
Oh, how interesting.
What's the kitty saying?
Usually
Sounds like
things
a
are my
backwater
fault.
accent
That's very
there.
accurate.
Yeah. He's like, all right. So
Blood secrets, I'm assuming.
I'm gonna keep it calm. And if you would just do me the favor of just translating, in that Orion sign language thing you got, just make sure your doctor friend is up to
It's
to
called
speed.
OSL.
Oh yeah, it's Orion
Sign language.
Oh, yeah, that is obvious at the time. As he is talking to you all, the armored carrier is just motoring across the way. And from this place on the planet...
So as he's talking, I'm just signing to you.
You're like... It's a little ASL humor there. As you all roar along, you can see the city stretching off into the distance. This is a tech level 2 planet that you all are on, known as Greater Naxos.
Oh.
No.
Is the name of the planet you're on, because of course it is. That's a deep cut for our uncommon trust people.
That's a ring whip cut, people.
It's a tut cut.
It is a tut
Oh.
cut. Hashtag tut cut.
Tut cut?
It is a technology 2 planet, which means this is one that has probably been continuously inhabited for thousands of years now, maybe 4, maybe 5,000. It is not the best world, but it is also by no means the worst. Some of you were born in the center of the galactic hub, where you had literally everything at your disposal and have never known a hungry night in your entire life.
That doesn't sound like Delphix 9.
Others have started from the bottom and now you're here. But as you look out across, as you're riding along here from the outskirts of town back towards the city
Started
center.
from slightly above the middle.
That is true.
And I'm still here.
That is true. You did start from the middle class and maintain.
Upper middle.
Upper middle and maintain.
Middle.
It doesn't roll off the tongue quite as easily as started from the middle. Now we're up,
With
upper
enough
middle.
practice, you can make anything roll off the tongue.
Where's this carrier going?
The cities of the future are magnificent castles built of glass and steel. They sparkle with the intense fervor of life and represent the mecca of civilization. These metal Goliaths house a myriad of different subcultures. They are a prison for the poor and a playground for the rich. The 23rd century is the epitome of technological achievement, yet it also bleeds with the festering morass of spiritual decadence. The futuristic city is in fact a paradox of beauty and desolation. That is from Lawrence Sims, the original creator of Battlelords, by the way. Yes, as you all are driving back, again, I apologize because Adobe inexplicably split everything into a whole bunch of different places. You hear Knowlton as you all are pulling in. He's like, all right, this is it. Report to Operations Command. I know you have just gotten back. You are still covered with dirt and filth. I do not care. You know what to do.
I'm always like this.
You actually look better than normal.
The truck pulls up outside a building that you all are not familiar with. For the most part, you did basic training out on the outskirts. There was a heavy emphasis on combat, survival training. They would leave you out for weeks at a time with nothing, and you were forced to survive. So this is the first time you've actually been brought all the way into the city center. You are standing outside a building that is 200 stories high. Below, skimmers flit among the steel of skyscrapers as crowds pass along the skywalks between buildings. The people of Greater Naxos go about their daily lives unaware and uncaring of your existence.
Well, I mean, that's probably not true.
I don't care about them.
There's a lot of really good-looking people here. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really ugly ones too, but there's a lot of really good-looking people in this city. Not you, you don't count.
I'm just saying, I think a lot of people probably care about me and that I exist.
You do. There is a fairly balanced spread of people here of different races and species from all over the Alliance. You see huge lumbering ram pythons with their smaller ram cousins that are still much bigger than a human, but half the size of just the truly hulking one. Fintari with their long squid-like arms and their suspicious, menacing gaze make their way through the streets as well.
Hey, I got your menacing gaze right here.
I wish there was time to rename this episode to Menacing Gaze. Maybe that'll be the name of the arc.
When A sees a Fintari, she gets closer to Tark and kind of puts her hand on the sword that's on her back and goes, "You see these guys?"
Yeah, what can you do? Don't kill anyone here. I know. Just keep walking.
All right.
When you say that, the Fintari stops and turns around and says, "What?" And two of its tentacles blow its cape back and rest its hands on the holsters of two pistols, and the top two tentacles cross.
That's a neat
Is
trick.
his ear burning?
Do I offend you?
But
Speaking of
that
Eridani?
Fintari speaks their language. It's pretty impressive for a Fintari.
And then
Worldly
you
sword
insulted
And I was
the
like,
Fintari.
what does that mean for a Fintari?
Are y'all gonna fight?
I mean, it's not your language. That's impressive.
I'll put 5 on it.
I don't speak Eridani.
Yeah. None of us speak Eridani.
So you're proud of your ignorance.
Hell yeah!
No, I was just saying it's impressive that you speak it.
I know the language of these dogs,
Oh,
so
that's...
that I can know when I'm being offended. Although that this pup speaks it as well
Another language.
is unusual.
I'm just starting to circle around behind.
Tark, what's he saying?
It does say this.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's saying in Galactic Common. It's saying in Galactic Common.
That's your pulling your.
Mm-hmm.
Talking the universal language.
Are you ready to go
Mess.
10 toes?
How hard is it to fight a Fintari hand to hand?
Probably twice as hard, I'm thinking. That's how math works out.
I wondered.
I will say, agitation aside, you all know that this is a place of laws, and just like you wouldn't normally fight in the streets in most civilized places, you probably shouldn't here, and yet this creature very much is looking at you like,
I have a
if you want to go, we
legitimate
can go.
game question. Would this be a good situation to roll an aggression roll?
I will let you decide how much do you really hate Fintari, because in general, Fintari and Eridani do not get along, but if you yourself feel like you feel a particular disdain for the squids, I will let you decide.
I mean, yes, 100%. Like I was giving you that option so that I had an excuse.
When I say this, what I mean is, I want to get in trouble. I want to start a fight.
Ace, you know, again, although you are an Orion, you have spent a lot of time with Tark and come to know and appreciate the Eridani way of doing things. And they have told you great stories about the treachery of the Fintari that you were not aware of, honestly.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought they were pleasant guys. I mean, the tentacles, I like that whole thing. So, I mean, it's just, but yeah, after spending time with Tark, I realized maybe there's a dark side to that coin.
So I have a
Yes.
question for you because I've
Yes.
not met a Fintari. No, I'm not
Oh,
for
yes.
not for Dave.
Yes.
I've never met a Fintari that speaks their language. Is it like a sexual fascination that you wanted to learn their language? Because I get that.
Yeah.
Is that? Are you into them?
It's a lot of commitment to learn a language.
With the top two tentacles that were crossed under what you didn't realize at the time is what would be armpit holsters. Two knives come out, and it's like, these are the only things I want within them.
So it's like a BDSM thing.
No, they eat people.
So,
Oh, the reg.
for my aggression roll, I'll just explain
That's
what I'm
true.
going to do instead of telling you my roll. I punch him. So my aggression roll, or
this
my
is
aggression
not
is a
gonna go
68. I rolled a 96, so I went over my aggression roll, by a lot, by 30. No, by a little under 30, by 22.
I don't quite know.
No,
That's not how that works.
Yeah,
So
no,
my
it's-
aggression is a 68. I rolled 96.
Oh, right. Yes, that is how that works. So
That's 28.
Thank you.
aggression is a stat in this game. If you have a high aggression, you're more likely to lose control, becoming berserk or even suicidal. If you have a low aggression, you're more likely to panic, freeze, or run away.
If you're fair to Midland, you just stay horny the whole time.
What?
Poor Katie, you can be scared and horny.
That's my secret too.
Your aggression like 69 or something?
No, it's just right in the middle.
Roll it to attack. Apparently, we are under attack. There it is.
So it's just my weapon melee, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So my weapon melee is a 86, and I rolled a 22. So 60.
Can we assume this is a butt attack and not a blade attack?
Oh no, I said
No,
punch.
yeah,
I
you like-
specifically said
No,
punch.
you're trying to jaw him in the tusks.
Yeah, I'm aware that we're still in civilized era, but that doesn't mean that we can't go 10 toes.
Fintari,
I've got
and
14
it is really worth googling Battlelords to see the art of some of these races. But Fintari, although they have these tentacle appendages, their heads are almost more like an antlion. Like, I mean, they have like large, almost like insectoid faces with mandibles. And you see him, you throw the hand, which it very much was expecting, but when she was like, so BDSM, he's like, tries to get a tentacle up in time and can't quite. And yes, you throw it over the top and catch him in the face.
Perfect. I believe it's 1d10.
I think it's just one.
Okay.
Unless you have some modifier, and you might
I mean,
because of your.
Eridani.
I mean,
Yeah.
my strength, my strength's 106.
My strength is my personality.
Yeah.
So, as I'm reading this, it's under body points. So it's temporary damage that I'm doing to this person
Right.
because punches and kicks only do that.
Then
Oh no, the 1d4 is how long they're dazed for. I'm sorry.
Yes, but it is just 1 point, right? Unless
Sure.
you.
Yeah, 1
Yeah.
point, just right
Okay.
to the face.
Dazed for days.
Boom! And all of its tentacles like go out in all directions, and you see the 2 knives come out and 2 guns come out. Also,
All right.
what do the rest of you do?
Oh.
So I had mentioned earlier that I was circling around. I'd like to get the barrel of my gun
Mm-hmm.
to the back of his neck
Put it on the back
and
of his
just like
head.
and try to stand this off. This doesn't need to get out of hand. Anybody? Right, Park, right?
Put my hands up.
It's like mandibles just like click back and forth.
I'd love to see those knives away. And the guns.
Oh.
And it says, "This is not over."
Thank you. Have a nice day. Come on, let's keep it moving.
Seems over.
Sorry, come on, we're gonna be late.
I follow.
Thank you.
It just like stands outside, like fuming,
Sulking.
you know, and you see like kind of ripples go up and down the tentacles, but it doesn't do it. It just stands there.
Buddy, we can't pick fights on the streets.
I put my fist out to you though.
Look, I know.
Look. I understand it. I understand that I let my cool go. I get that, but it was insulting. And
I'm just gonna state whenever we're talking
thought you
in
could've
common, I will, out of habit, be signing an OSL.
We'll be declared.
Yeah, presumably you're translating unless for some reason you expressly don't want to tell her something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, did not mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
Specifically for you all's edification, this game in particular has got part of character creation. There's a process called the I was just growing up tables and the fickle finger of fate tables, where just all sorts of things can have happened to your character before now, most of which we will reveal organically. It just so happens what May rolled as part of her character creation is she speaks 4 languages, but not Galactic Common. And so we have
She speaks
4
them
races.
fluently.
Oh yeah, very fluent. No, like it's mastered
A
4
very
different
cunning
languages.
linguist, but
Yeah.
none of it common.
Right.
An uncommon
I'm
linguist.
a very cunning linguist.
Common linguist that is also a cunning linguist. But yes, that is why she can communicate with the group, but not anyone else, basically.
And the worst
Yeah.
part about when she communicates with the group, she has to communicate one at a time.
Yeah, she's not. It's not really possible.
You get a twofer with us.
That is true.
That is true. But they're also the least likely to accurately relay the message. So
That is untrue.
You could, same as me, whenever you're talking to them, you could also be doing OSL if you wanted to. If you wanted to
Oh
understand.
gosh.
That is true.
Multitasking.
sign language
That's
is
hard
a
chirping.
skill that they possess. When you all enter into the operations entry level, you are ushered into a brightly lit conference room. It is empty except for a long table, 10 body contour adjustable chairs, and a small stand holding bottles of Scissorak mountain water. A bit of the variety on the part of SSDC. Such water is extremely expensive. After a few minutes, a beautiful but steely-eyed Gen-human female enters the room with a pencil-neck clerk at her elbow. You've heard rumors about this combat operations director. She is hardcore. The woman signs the document held by the pinhead and curtly dismisses him. She turns and looks at you and says, I'm Joanna Steele, Sector Combat Operations Director. Don't get your briefs in an uproar. I like to personally greet the new blood when I can. Don't take it as a compliment. I need to know who I'm dealing with, and I already don't like the looks of you. Always remember, I am your boss.
She's kind of hot.
She's very hot.
I really like that, like, bitchy tough thing.
I'm
Doesn't
kind of
feel
into
right.
her being our boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Step on
She ain't our boss. Not really.
No, sir.
She walks to the far side of the room and says, you recruits have signed on for a 6-year hitch with a company that has a 50% attrition rate. We're used to new faces and old body bags. And if you don't follow orders, or if you start thinking you know better, if you screw up in any way, you will end up like this. And she whips around, and from up her sleeve, guns pop into both hands, and she shoots both of you. Pow pow!
Which two?
Can I
The two
dodge?
bots.
Wait.
You cannot. By the time you start trying to move, it's like she's like.
Well deserved, just saying.
She shoots you for 4 points of damage.
You son of a bitch.
Haas, and she shoots you for 3 points of damage, Thumper.
Well,
Both
well,
center mass.
Well, I'm just using I am wearing threshold 4 body armor.
and mine is threshold 5. I don't.
How much damage did she
I
do
think
to
there's
me?
cheating going on
3
here.
to you.
And 4 to you.
4 to you.
Are you more into her now?
Draw, aim.
It's
I don't. You're
little
shooting.
bit.
Yeah.
I just. It's just
Dude.
nothing. It's.
She's like, power down, glitch.
She just shot us,
That
bro.
is an
You
order.
should probably kill her.
We can't, though. She's the
You wouldn't want to
boss.
hire
It's
someone who
not
didn't.
fair.
She turns and looks at the two of you that are very much bleeding out of the holes in your armor.
Very uncool.
Yeah. She's like, we'll get you patched up. If you can't handle that little scratch, you're already in the wrong business. Oh, and also, remember, you're not the only two with sharp hearing. You ain't my boss, not really.
You think she heard that?
That's what I'm thinking. You think she can hear us now?
I'm saying maybe.
This is my quiet voice. What am I going to do?
Let's just say nice things about her. I think she has real nice feet.
How can you say that? They're gross. They're short
Don't talk to
and
them.
pink
You
asses.
want to shoot shot again?
Hits a button on the table, and she's like, code 6. Here, again. And she's like, excuse me? And nothing else happens. A moment later, the
Oh,
door
I
opens,
really like that.
and you see a person that looks basically like if a skeleton had just a very thin layer of skin over it, where there was almost no muscle underneath, which you all instantly recognize as a Zen Raglan, wearing basically a white lab coat, comes in and it's like, oh yes.
Oh, this might hurt more than the shot.
I have been shot in the chest. I don't mean to auto-diagnose. I know that's your area of specialty, but I'm going to save you some time and tell you that she just shot me. I'm just telling you what you did, okay? You did shoot me.
The Zen
Here.
starts very carefully unhooking your armor and is like, goes to work patching it up, you know. And again, it's a bullet with the slug of a make that you're not quite sure, because you're right. You're like, you're wearing armor. Like, what is that? Not only you're wearing armor, you're very fast.
Can I flex and pop it out?
You might flex and pull it in deeper. You don't know.
I have got that weird regenerative ability. Remember that?
You know.
I'm special.
Oh,
It's the Zen is like,
that is true.
you do have an amazing ring. Like, you don't have any scars on you. Like,
I've got a hypopabolism.
What?
Describe to me, what does Thumper's body look like? Which she kind of.
Well, I've got this sweet body armor, which apparently is not as good as I thought it was. It was expensive.
And now it has a hole in it.
Yeah, I mean that can be fixed.
To be fair,
I have a patchy, matted white fur with a lot of scars and some fleas. Floppy ears. Now that my helmet's off, I should probably put my helmet back on if she's going to shoot me again. I have a carbine It's like a rifle, but cooler.
That is one thing that we have not completely described. Again, what is the rest of what Thumper looks like?
I got this cool helmet, and it's got a ring of sensors around it, and I am not sure how they all work, but I will learn.
They're not working right now.
That is true. And what does Haas look like?
We should have waited for me.
Okay. I'll skip over to Tark. We'll come back to Haas. What does Tark look like?
Tark, while wearing full armor, hates being in it. Just hates being in armor.
You want me naked?
No, I just want to be in normal clothes.
Just sweatpants.
Sweatpants. I just want to be able to move around. It has a plasma sword, and on his hip has a chainsaw that he carries around with him.
And you are very tall.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm very tall, and I definitely do not clean the blood off of my armor, but I myself am clean.
Wrong priorities.
What does Ace look like?
Ace has the 2 pigtail braids for function. She can keep her hair back, but she still loves to have the long, pretty, blonde, multicolored hair because, again, very 80s inspired, and fashion is very important to the Orions. So she also does not like to be in armor when she does not have to because it really just messes with her girlish figure. But yeah, she usually has a very, very 80s referencey kind of shiny metallic things mixed in with the functionality of some kind of jumpsuit or whatever the armor is.
The Orions, which is what these 2 beautiful people are, as a species, again, that they're like happy-go-lucky space elves is not completely inaccurate, but one of the things about their culture is they decide they basically are fans of other cultures and then attempt to try and emulate that in themselves. So like Earth, kind of mid-80s and 90s, especially anything Scottish, is all wildly popular amongst the Orions in the 23rd century.
The humans love this.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. We definitely needed more 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That was where the good culture came
What does
from.
Sketch look like?
Sketch is kind of different, Orion, because she took the culture she emulated was one of the first people she met, as opposed to Scottish or 80s, and they were just a really weird Irish person, so that's their thing. She is a pilot, and she loves piloting, and so even she doesn't currently have a spacecraft, but she's gonna get one. So even when she's wearing her armor, it's got like little pilot wings on it, and she prefers to wear her goggles rather than her helmet, even though they do fuck all. But her armor is very it's like a sort of a sparkly teal, like glitter involved. It's very but yeah, she's got pretty good armor actually, and a pretty good helmet, and it's got all kinds of.
But Sketch is also missing big chunks of her memory.
Well, you can't tell from looking at her, though.
Right. I mean,
this is a spoon!
Right. Yeah.
No, she is, but
You're like, what is this?
Space spoon.
What are these chance cubes?
She also has a lot of random tattoos all over her body.
Mm-hmm.
Just no idea where they're from.
That's
Things. And what does
Tattoo
Glitch look
parlors.
like?
Glitch looks like a factory direct template of a human. Like, they really did not care when they were designing about the aesthetics of this person. They are average height, they are average weight, they have an average face. They have a very cheap ice blue bleach job just to try to be an individualized person. Because most of the prototyping of them is from this ECM disruptor field that seems to emanate biologically from their body, fritzing out Thumper's sensors a lot.
Somewhere,
I knew it wasn't my fault.
somewhere off in the distance, Rex, Cody, and Heavy are like hard same.
I don't know what that means.
Clone Wars reference.
Cool.
Clones that are trying so hard to be individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're individuals. We can think for ourselves.
Yes.
Sure you can, buddy. Sure you can.
Now, last but certainly not least,
Hoss. Well, I'm a large rabbit with black fur. It's quite soft. It is pristine Yes.
No, don't touch the bullet holes. Or do touch the bullet holes.
Did you just polish his armor boom?
Yeah, it's still armor there. So there's a flame. Wait, hold on. Did I get black fur? All right, we got the black fur. We got the flame, and it goes all the way down, and it's a lot like white right here. It makes it nice. I got red eyeballs. What else we got? We got the bear armor. That's not. She shot me though, so we got a hole in there. I think that's really about it. I got really massive. I look proportional to my how tall am I? I'm quite tall.
You are
Taller than me.
Yeah, he's a midget.
I'm not a midget. I'm 5'11".
Thumper is 5'11", but he is
small.
very small for a Fott. They can be like tall fodder up to 8 feet.
Yeah, we're about
He's
the same
5'11".
height.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not. That's an opinion.
No, I'm 5'10" and you're 5'11". That's very
Your
small.
math is wrong.
How you doing, little guy?
It's metric.
You're still taller than I
Yeah,
am.
that's basically me.
Joanna looks at you while you all are being patched up by the Zen, and when it pulls the bullet out with a pair of forceps, it does put its hand over the wound and sort of like close its eyes and hum gently, and you feel a wave of warmth go through you, and the hole does begin to close.
Oh, good.
Like right in front
Wow.
of you. You all see, like between its fingers, the hole goes.
Ace leans in very close to watch.
Yeah, you've heard of these things. You've never actually seen it before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ace, you should go learn that. Learn that. That's way easier than what you do.
Right? That's what I'm trying to say.
The doctor looks up and says, "Oh, I assure you, it is not easy, but it's fast, and that's what Commander Steele wants. Everything now." And goes over and
Understandable.
proceeds to do the same thing. And Joanna Steele is
I mean, if you
standing
can
there,
have that, why not?
and she says, "Yeah, death happens quickly around here, so be prepared for it next time. And oh yeah, welcome to the SSDC. Thanks, and glad to have you aboard." Whatever. Your first mission is a simple one. Sentience. I know it sounds difficult to say out loud, but there are some who choose not to participate in this life, and after signing a legally binding 6-year contract, decide to go AWOL. And so, what I would
It
like
seems
to do...
really specific.
It's
What?
a contract, of course it's specific.
Don't interrupt her. She will shoot you.
We are
You are
evidence of
smarter
that.
than you look.
I don't.
Yes,
I don't think
That's a
you
low
got
bar.
shot for being interruptive.
yes you can.
No, I'm saying they got shot for not It was
Right.
for being rude.
Well,
I would never say anything negative about our boss.
I appreciate that.
If I did, I'd do it real quiet.
There is. She pulls out a folder and throws it down on the table, and she says, "There are a list of people who have escaped, some of which in the midst of performing missions that we had sent them on, some of which who had the audacity to fake their own deaths, some of which they just jumped the fence one night and ran away. I would like
Cowards.
to recover them. Or as many as you can
bounty
before we
hunting.
have to send you off in
Search and rescue.
your next mission. It is not search and rescue.
No, we
bring
can't
them.
kill 'em.
Well, bring them alive if you can.
Oh,
if you
man.
can't, make a very public example out of them.
Yeah,
a contract
no.
is a contract, and a deal is a deal.
Dead
She
or
hits another
alive.
button. She's like, "Can you get these suits of armor patched up? The 2 Fott, the Gen Human, all took some rounds. Here, that right away, ma'am." And
Do we get a spaceship?
she's like, I'm pretty sure they're here on World.
Oh, how about a tank then?
Or some ultra armor.
I think you should shoot.
I should have led
again.
with the ultra armor. That's right. Ultra armor. 2 ultra armor.
True. Yeah.
Thank you for the patch up, Miss Steele.
When you say that, the gun does slide up into her hand again, and she's like,
I said
But no ultra armor. No ultra armor. We're good. We're good.
Hey, ask her
It
if I
is-
could get her phone number.
What are you doing after this? Is there a bar or a location we could get to know you better?
She might shoot you.
I apologize. I think she just needs some water. Okay.
You need a
She's
nap.
just-
Steve.
She's just
That's what you
thirsty. I'm sorry. It's a thing. We will take this, and I take the folder, and as soon as they're patched up,
thirsty. I'm just open-minded.
Oh, you're thirsty.
as soon as they're patched up, we'll head out.
She's like, hey, look, this is a simple mission. Go into the city, catch some people, recover anything that they stole. Don't F it up, okay? Just.
But if we want to contact you privately for business reasons, what's the best way to do that?
Fraternization with a superior officer is strictly prohibited. And she turns and walks towards the doors, and she turns back and says, so get promoted. And walks out.
That wasn't a no.
Yep. Believe it or not, I think this is a good place for us to take a little break.
So that everyone can drink some damn water.
And we will come back, and they will head out into the city for what I'm sure will be silky smooth and uneventful interactions with the locals.
Uneventful.
Productive.
It'll go well.
Straightforward.
Be right back. And that is why you don't touch the chatillans. They just,
Asparagus head.
you know, hey, that is derogatory.
It's important to eat your veggies.
I know from experience they do like to be touched in certain ways, but it's very
What ways?
specific.
You have to keep the pinky up.
That's
I
the
mean,
classy way to do it.
That is. Otherwise, you know, anyone can do it. You know, right? Helps when you've got 6 additional fingers with the pinky up, though. Sorry, hey, you know, helpful life lessons from the Orions here. I know it's. We'll teach you when you're older, Fott.
I'm 33 years old. Thank you very much.
That's old for Fott.
Yeah.
that is very.
I'm
old.
middle aged.
That is true. You are, in fact, a middle-aged Fott. That is true.
Close to death.
How old am I?
You tell me how old.
Your age?
I don't know. It's all a blur. I have been shot a lot.
Wait, is this one of the little thumpers here?
This is Junior.
Y'all got very busy during the break, huh?
Thumper the 27th.
How many are
I thought there was
27?
275.
No, I mean, there are a good 48 that are named Thumper, but this is the 27th.
Is that like John for Fotts?
It's more like George Foreman. This is Junior.
Are there 47 people named George Foreman?
I mean,
But they're not related
amongst
to
the
me.
Orion, I'm certain there are at least
No
47
relation.
people
Oh, no,
named
you're
George
right.
Foreman. That is true.
Given how much time you spend training, you must be a very efficient lover.
I mean, I can put a good 6 or 7 in a lady. Easy.
Bullets?
Yeah.
Seems oddly specific.
Oh no, he
I
said
am
that's
very
a litter.
fertile, yes.
That's a litter.
That is what the Fott were engineered to do. You know, it's reproduce and take over the galaxy through combat and annoyance.
I shoot things so I can pay child support.
Yep.
It's not a joke. That's
I
that's
just
the dark
really hope a
reality.
rocket doesn't land in your crotch. That's
That is.
That's not. That it's not. It's not
This-
cool to bring up.
We do not speak of the incident.
My crotch is a
There's
rocket.
nothing wrong with being a rocket crush.
I always thought that was
Or a
insane.
jackhammer.
That's, you know, you're never quite clear, Ace. You know, because you hear kind of half of the story. You're like, wait, what? Wait, are they being euphemistic because he's a rocket crotch, but they also have gotten crotch rockets? Like, you feel like.
Bothered me for a while. I find that, like, usually the dirty jokes, I seem to get them all, except the rocket crotch thing. I don't know.
It's
not.
It's not a dirty joke. It's a cruel joke. The life plays on people.
If it were a dirty joke, I wouldn't be telling it.
That's true.
That is all true.
We'll get you there. We'll get you there, buddy. We'll get you there.
To dirty jokes? Oh, okay.
They can be taught.
True. As you all are being led into your out of the room, before you leave, Joanna turns around and she's like, Doctor in Tark, a
Yes.
moment, please. The rest of you dismissed.
But can we just hang out?
No. You have a mission to prepare for.
Right. I have questions.
What? Okay.
When they all leave, she does make her way back into the conference room, and she says, "Give it to me straight." And she's speaking in perfect Eridani. How's the team?
we've got a couple of good people. Glitch is good. Glitch is good.
The Fott are questionable, but they've always been questionable. We know that, but they seem like a reasonable bunch. And, you know, they have a little bit of heart behind them. You know, they got people to support the family, the good family values. I'm happy to have another Orion on board, especially such a sexy one. And I like our Jen. I think they're very they're able to learn. How do you say that in Eridani? I'm fluid, but you know, sometimes you don't lose it.
Trying to learn what?
Lose it. Just they're teachable.
Yes. So the Fott have a little too much of a lip on them. That's going to get them in a lot of trouble. That's probably our biggest weakness within the group. I have seen a little bit of Sketch's ability behind a vehicle, not necessarily a ship. I haven't seen her fly one, but I have seen her on a vehicle. She kicks ass on that. Glitch and I work really well. Glitch can. I don't have anything that really needs all that much power. So
You know, I'm not sympathetic to what it means to be a prototype. A lot of people will look down on them for that, but not me. You know, no one thought I could do what I do, and here I am, commanding the whole entire sector. You know,
Looking lovely doing it, might I add.
She does reach out and she just sort of like idly touches one of your braids, which I would do, but the screen would cut off and then it looks like a nightmarish hellscape. Detachable hand. She's like, that's an aftermarket upgrade. She does touch your braid and she says, you know, you're something special, Ace. I've never seen test scores like yours, but you're still an Orion. And between you and Sketch, if I find out this planet's gold reserves are missing, or all the ships have been hot-wired, or everything has been painted day-glow orange, we will have words, and you will spend the rest of your life making little rocks into pebbles and pebbles into sand, okay? So just do what I know you're good at. No, actually, don't do everything you're good at, but the medicine part and the shooting part and the thinking part, do that.
Minimal flirting part?
Oh, yeah, I mean, of course, yeah. It's like she leans over to you and she says in Orion, she's like, actually, I kind of like it, but, you know, but like...
Yeah. And she switches back to Eridani and goes, yeah, it was a great football game. Mm-hmm.
She looks over at you, Tark, and she says, I know you're honorable. I know you'll do everything you can to keep everybody in line and make sure there's no trouble. But however he acts, Haas is a tactical genius.
I'm more than aware of that.
It's like all of them were handpicked. Again, yes, because you could talk to them. But they did all place very high in at least one category. Some of them multiple categories. So don't be afraid to lean on your team.
No, I'm not afraid to. And in fact, if I was, I wouldn't agree to this assignment. But I have. They will need to shape up. We all do. But we'll get it done.
And if they don't, just cadavers for me to practice on. So
I'm kind of okay with that.
Upside.
Yeah.
No matter what.
The stories of the Eridani sword style are legendary. Perhaps you could give me a lesson sometime. I've been told you're one of the few non-Eridani that seem to have some proficiency.
Yeah, well, you know, way back when Tark and I first met each other, and he was kind enough to show me a few things to try and make me less, run in and get us all killed. So...
I don't know that bringing a sword to a gunfight is less run in and get us all killed.
Well, no, but it teaches you, like, the patience a little bit. It pulls you back from the edge. It's really nice.
It also happens when you run out of clips.
I understand. Swords don't jam, don't run out of ammo. Makes sense. Makes sense. And I didn't mean to insult you, Swordsaint.
Didn't take any.
Just in my experience, when I spar and I throw guys against the wall, they get up and they get all and then it just goes downhill for them.
As it should, going against you.
Glad we're all on the same page. This should be a simple one, but they never are really, are they?
Is there a priority list on these, or is it just first come, first serve?
You all look at the targets, pick who you think you can bring in most effectively. Start there, make your way down the list.
All right.
Dismissed.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, in the other room, you all are led to a second, smaller conference room, which is less lavish. Yes, your back has been patched up. Your armors have been replaced, filled in. It's like it never happened.
I would like to keep an eye out for official-looking stationery.
You
It
giving
is easy to come
letterhead?
by.
Getting some letterhead and taking it and putting it in my bag.
It's not like prescription pads, you know, but yes, you could create documents that would look like they were generated here. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Glitch.
what? Yeah.
I think at some point we should take a trip to the space dock.
What's in the space dock?
Ships.
What are you gonna do with the ships in the space dock?
I'm just gonna have you stand near one.
What? Well, I don't think you should do that.
Maybe not. Just at some point. Not. We obviously have a mission. I'm just thinking at some point we should. You know, when we get some time, I'd love to just visit the dock.
Like near the flight controller that you want me to stand right near.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Well, not now. Obviously, we've got a mission.
Oh,
but,
of course. Yeah.
But I think it'd be a fun trip.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy. Come on. It'd be so good.
Okay.
No.
When Glitch sort of just says, okay, you all hear and the lights flicker.
Sorry.
Kind of come up again.
Fine. Sorry.
Are you good, buddy?
Oh yeah. No,
Somebody
I
didn't
just.
pay the bill.
I didn't mean to make you nervous.
I don't want to get in trouble. Bullshit.
I would never let that happen.
Super bullshit.
I would never let that happen to you.
I think it's bullshit.
What are they talking about?
Thumper.
I would let that happen to you.
About to steal a ship.
For real? I was gonna say that too, but I thought I'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
You can just say that,
We would get in trouble.
and then we could do it.
Thumper, your personal communicator begins to vibrate.
Oh. Hold on, I have to take this. Hello? This
Paul!
is Thumper's.
Hello, Paul! Paul! Is that Paul? Hey, Paul!
Oh! What's going on, Gomer?
Hey, Paul.
How's your mom?
Paul. She is missing you, powerful daddy. We heard that today was graduation day. Woo! What's graduation day?
You know, you can tell her that she gets her check on the 14th of the cycle, irrespective of my academic accomplishments.
Hold up. No, you tell him that cycle is this cycle, not relative to the planet he is on.
I'm getting a lot of interference here. I'm gonna have to call you back.
I will file a claim.
Eventually.
No, Dad is doing his best.
Oh,
Can I see your phone?
Oh yeah, you actually do.
Can I see your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't call her back. She's good.
Can't be mistaken,
I've got a good month or two. A leeway, I figure.
Can you hold this for me real quick?
Her aim's a lot better too. So.
All of you.
What are you doing?
The fur on both of you.
Give that back to you.
Both Fott. Which this is when Tark and Ace walk back into the room to see the Fott both like completely fluffed out.
Why am I
Is there a
fluffing?
salon in here?
Static electricity.
I particularly like this.
I honestly just wanted to see if that would work. It was amazing. Dude, that was amazing. You're amazing.
We're fluffy.
You won't probably...
That Fritz.
No, that's not a working.
Fluffy Hoss, and I throw the file in front of you. I go, pick our first target.
Which one's the sexiest?
First, I gotta be honest with you. I don't think because you're fluffy, you lose movement of your hands.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
All right.
As you open the folder, there are pictures and descriptions of a series of individuals. There is an Eridani named Rage, who is supposed to be very well armed and armored and quite dangerous.
Sounds fun.
Pass.
There is a Scissorek named Takesis. His name's Tak. He was a squad commander. He is less well equipped, but he is an absolute tactical genius.
No.
Not as smart as ours.
He is
No.
he tested extremely high. He actually enlisted and was a private in the fighting corps and was called up to officer training school and did well, but apparently it didn't agree with him when he went AWOL.
His profile is very long.
There is another Orion named Snark Chaos Zeus, who apparently robbed his drill instructor blind, changed all the locks on all of the doors, and escaped in the middle of the night with everyone's money.
Oh, that sounds like someone I'd like to get to know.
I was gonna say, and not to mention, I feel like so far out of all of these guys, this one might be the least scary because, like, we just really like to flirt with things.
There is.
We can do a lot more than flirt.
Well,
it's just the
look
best
like
way
there's
to
more
start
here.
every conversation.
What's the next one?
Yeah,
what's the next one, House?
There is a Ram Python heavy gunner named Gus.
Pass.
Guff. They nicknamed him Chief. He's a wall of
Why
heavily
would they give
armed
him a
and
nickname
armored.
if his name was already Gus?
Guff.
Oh, Guff. All right.
Because
Well,
that's
because
not
people would
special.
give him guff.
Do we get to keep? Do we get to keep any equipment that we get from these?
If we
Folks would
do,
bring 'em in?
I think you would like Rage, the first one.
No,
Armory?
no, that's a dumb one with a sword who's ugly like you. I want the one that ram with the big gun.
I mean,
I'm
he has
a
a
big
full
gun enthusiast.
Armory, we don't know what that is.
Oh, I just thought he had
we should do that
armor.
one.
I
Yeah,
didn't
he has
realize-
armor and multiple weapons. He is very well equipped. In terms of both the Eridani and the Ram Python were escaped after assaulting the armory, so it's not quite clear
I
what they
find
might
armories less fun when they're pointed at you.
have. Yes, please.
Then we should go behind them.
I like the one where there are people who try to hit you close up, and then a lot of people with guns who can't all get hit at the same time.
Are there more?
There
I could be
are-
one of those.
Just saying.
There are two more.
Okay, all right. We can get through this. We can get through it.
There is
So
a
difficult.
Sakin, who is a small gray alien with a bluish tint. His name is Red Spars. His name is Spaz.
This is a little guy.
Yes.
Says the little guy.
He got you spot on.
He did not demonstrate
Yeah, oh,
the
I'm sorry.
same affinity for the Matrix arts as most of his kind, and compensated by having a very ungentlemanly temper because of it.
Nothing a headshot won't fix.
And last but certainly not least,
I'm sorry. He has a temper and he's short.
well, they're all short. All the Sakins are short.
Right,
He
I
is-
know, but
he
I mean,
is-
of our list,
he is not as.
we have a guy who robbed an armory. We have a private, like an officer who's defected, and then a short temperamental.
Sounds
Short
like
temper.
Sounds like Thumper.
He's probably a magician
He
too.
might have
so
also gone AWOL.
No, he's definitely
we
went
don't
AWOL.
wanna-
Yeah, so that's the
Definitely
thing.
AWOL.
He went AWOL.
And last but finally not least, Krakasarius, aka Slither, a Fentari that you have met before.
I think we
I
all
know
know
you.
what's going to happen now.
I mean, if we're voting, I mean, we know where my vote's at.
Is it that guy from the? Is that the same one?
Yeah, let's do it.
I hear it. I like
mean,
that.
more likely to see us coming though.
Yeah, but he's also going to come after us anyway, so we might as well just take care of him.
That's a good point. That's a very good
from
point.
earlier?
Punch.
It definitely looks like him.
Let's go kill him.
I should have killed
We're
him when I had
supposed
the
to try to
chance.
take him alive, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yes, yes,
I'll
we're
try my
supposed to take
hardest.
them, but they didn't say we had to bring them back in one piece. So
Or conscious?
No, she didn't say alive. She said if you don't bring her back alive,
Make an
an
example.
example
Yeah,
in public.
Yeah, that.
Okay, let's go.
We've already snuck up on him once today.
All right. So, how should we go find him?
that's you.
Well, what we thinking here, Thumper?
Let's go to a bar where bounty
right.
hunters and other squiddy people
I like
go.
what you're saying.
Is there anything in there with information about him?
Do you
Well-
have intel gathering as a skill?
Let me just look here. What do I see?
You have one, right?
You can gather it?
Does anyone else have intelligence gathering?
Yeah, I have 57%
I'm a
on
good
intelligence
leader.
gathering.
You can all
I have
attempt.
stealth.
He is tall and thin, even for a Fentari, with a purplish
Took me 3
skin
points.
that would actually be, a lovely color under different circumstances, really. Again, he's got very sharp tusks surrounding a mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. as all Fintari do. And again, they are very much known for, one, their viciousness and for their love of eating humans. It is not clear whether or not Gen humans qualify for the Fintari palette.
But do we have any personal data on him?
So my intelligence gathering, I rolled a 49, and that is below my 57 for that skill.
And I rolled a 33, which is below my
What is your
57
number? What is
57.
Yours? Oh, you both have 57?
Yeah.
But
I have 3
ranks
points in it.
and I have 1 higher base stat.
That's super crazy.
Between the fact that you all ran into him just outside this building, what now was probably about an hour ago, all things being
we
equal.
could just go stand outside. Let's just go stand outside.
You all do know that, like, the downtown area of so many cities, there are some bars, and you're kind of somewhat adjacent to the seedier element of town. You can think of a couple places you could probably check to see if he were there.
All right.
There is particularly somewhere known as the Black Market area of town.
So, quick question.
Not at all.
Within those files, is there anything that if we do start a fight, that we can basically to the local police be like, "Yo, get out of jail free. I'm supposed to be doing this," or
U.S. Marshal.
You know that I'm down on the ground. Federal agents down on the ground. That's it. Just say you're with the Inquisition. That's how you handle that.
Do we have a license to kill?
So specifically, the way this works is you all, as agents of the SSDC, have some leeway. Again, there are police. This is civilization, but
Yes.
it is. If you guys get into a dust-up, it's not just like a normal person shoots someone in the middle of the street. So you may be able to get bailed out, but it would still cost you personally.
What if someone with, say, a Class 2 bounty hunting license got into a dust-up in the middle of the street?
Oh, do you have a Class 2 bounty hunting
I
license?
do, in fact, have a Class 2 bounty hunting license.
You happen to know, especially with the fact that you're being sent after this guy, that you probably could, talk your way out of it. You had to.
Especially without any surveillance. The cameras do tend to glitch.
Oh, that's another question. Is there CCTV?
Everywhere. I mean, it's
Can I just hack into it and look for him?
You could try.
I would like to try.
look for one that has a recently bruised eye.
So is that
Bruised dignity.
calm security?
That would be comm security.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Or is it not?
Con.
I rolled a 59 and my skill is a 55.
You can't even manage to access the systems here.
That's rude.
Yeah. Your, password is bubblegum tiptoe.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I did roll below my computer ops skill.
Oh.
Just not below my computer security skill.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Then you are able to log
So
into the terminal. You are
I
not
can
able to
turn
hack
it on.
You're not able to hack into the camera system.
So we should go to
just go to a
the
bar,
black
yeah.
market.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good to you?
I concur.
You should drive Sketch.
And again, you do know his street name is Slither.
Slither.
He's Krakasarius is his name. Street name Slither.
We can get a company car, right?
Is it driving or walk?
Yeah, you would have to walk. You don't have a car. Did any of you buy a car? Yeah, I don't have a car.
He couldn't even buy a vowel.
It's true. He spent it on chainsaws. I get it. I feel like it was a more
Important purchases.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. It's because your name is all consonants.
Did that just...
Here we are, space mercenaries taking the bus again. But it's a skimmer at least, right?
Outside that I might be able to break into.
Oh, you're gonna hotwire a
Just gonna
car?
rob somebody?
How far is this bar?
If you can steal a skimmer, I can drive one like nobody's
I mean, for
business.
future use too.
I know, but if it's like across the street,
It's 4 or 5 blocks. I mean,
I think we can go 4 or 5 blocks.
we can
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
this
Stretch
time.
our legs.
You're ruining my fun in stealing a car.
Yes.
Come on, where's your Orion spirit? All right, fine. All right.
I don't like to steal a car and then go 4 blocks from the scene of the
I
crime.
really need to learn
But that's
Orion.
where they will least expect us.
Right.
Are we walking?
Yes, we're walking.
Okay.
All right,
You all-
thank you.
I'm gonna lope off in that direction. This way.
Yes, we're going this way.
You all notice that as you all are walking around, the further you get from the outside of the SSDC headquarters, the more people start to turn and look at you conspicuously. Because again, they're normal people going through their lives, and you all are heavily armed and armored. And quite frankly, Fott are not the most accepted of the races of the Alliance.
What are you looking at, Squid?
I'm going to happily wave to everyone.
Look at me funny.
I know.
Hello. Nothing to see here. Just peacekeeping.
Oh,
You look very nice.
I'm pretty sure this
Thanks.
is bringing more attention to us.
hey.
I want to knock into the floor.
You would make
Ace is kind of
such a
stealthily
beautiful
walking
puppy.
along things, like
That
kind of
is
sticking
the
to the wall,
weirdest
just
thing to
watching
say
the
to
group
someone.
from behind and just keeping her eyes out.
Yeah, you're like act natural.
Looking at all the people that are walking up to see if there's anybody looking at us particularly a little too closely, and I don't know, like sending out signals of any kind to
See
anybody.
if anybody's giving you the stink eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Do you have any ranks in the observation skill?
I do not.
Does anyone have
I
any
have
ranks
5.
in observation? All
Right on
right.
brand.
You could roll your observation skill.
On brand.
Mhm.
I have ranks in navigating space.
That is true. All relevant.
So I rolled a 70 against 63.
So you rolled over your skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just awful, Glitch. Like what you see is people seeing you. That's what you see.
Yeah, that's, can I actually then loop around and just kind of like tail the group and see if anybody is tailing them and kind of just counter and split off from the very conspicuous people who are getting watched?
When you are able to disconnect again, Ace is sort of on the wall here. What is Tark doing? As you guys are-
If Glitch is stepping back, I'm following. There's no way I'm letting Glitch go alone.
So when they hang back, you notice Tark very much rotates like full bodily around and looks right at you.
And nod, and I follow. I take a few steps back. I would actually like to roll stealth and concealment.
Go for it.
I also have 5 and stuff.
Ooh,
Have at it.
can I roll here too?
If you have it, sure.
Where are you going? I have a new issue of Mad Max. I thought we were going to look at this catalog together while we walk.
You know what? For you, Thumper, I will.
So I rolled exactly 10 below my my needed number.
So if I have 2 stealth, what number am I trying to beat?
So stealth is agility. So it's half of your agility
Plus 10%.
plus 10%.
And you want to get
So it's
under
47.
that.
I did not.
You did not.
I
in fact, that is nearly as bad as it's possible to do, actually.
Yeah, thanks.
So you all see Ace very like do it sneaky, do it cool, and boom, bang, and knocks all the trash cans
or like
over.
Kronk in the Emperor's New Groove, where she's
Mhm.
like, "Boo-doo."
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I also have stealth, and I'm not gonna roll it.
And for a second, everyone's eyes turn
Yes.
over and look at Ace, allowing the two of you to sort of slide away. And as you all continue making your way down the street, again, hashtag act natural.
She just stands up and kind of adjusts her hat and winks.
Love, if you're gonna be seen, at least do it on purpose.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Finger guns, finger guns, finger
So
guns.
this one has got a class 6 stabilizer on it, which I think is overkill.
Alright.
But some people just can't keep their foot when they're firing one this big.
What,
Have you seen the grab shears that came out this
They
season?
got the grab shears.
The new grab shears.
Give me that back.
Rip somebody in half.
Oh God
The
damn!
top goes that way and the bottom goes down.
I would love to see
They
that
do
in
not
person.
live through it. They do
Really?
not. No, not at all.
Oh
I mean, unless they got good
I
armor.
feel like you can live
How
through
close
that.
to the bar are we?
You all, your slight crowd dissipates again as people are sort of like paying attention to you as they go along with their things. As you guys are walking along, you finally get to the outside of an area that looks distinctively seedy. Like when you kind of go, you have cities where almost at the city line, like the pavement is instantly worse. You know, sort of the beautification in the trees along the street all kind of disappear, and everything gets a little bit grosser.
Are we at the bar yet?
You're about a block away from the bar.
I would like to use my skills in persuasion and or urban survival and or etiquette to enter this bar in such a way that it looks like I know that I'm supposed to be here and who to ask for.
That's trying too hard.
When you walk in, you want to do it cool.
I do want to do it cool, and I want to say the right thing and order the right drink and make it look like I'm there for like a drug deal or something.
So, what were your options there that you just presented?
I have persuasion, I have urban survival, and I have etiquette.
I'd say it's probably going to be etiquette. Why, if you're just like trying to act, and then maybe when you interact with people, it'll be persuasion.
Putting on airs is what I call it.
So
I don't have skill.
What is the plan? Are you all going in the front door?
Yeah.
No.
I think maybe we are. Are you coming in the front door with us?
I am gonna follow Tark.
Okay, the three going in the front, and what are you three doing? This is a two-story bar that is kind of beset on the other side by shops, and there's alleyways on both sides of the building.
My goal is for us to go in and to be noticed, and for a certain someone to think they can catch us off guard. You know, we're just going to get a drink, we're having a good time, maybe we're going to find something seedy to get into.
That's what I thought we were doing.
And perhaps we can fish out a certain someone who thinks they can get us back for the embarrassment earlier.
You know who you're
And
talking
then
about?
when they
Where are we
draw
going to go
into
get
the
this
front,
Fentari guy?
That is who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Fentari guy.
I think we're gonna go down the alley and see if there's a back entrance and come through that way.
We got this. We got this.
The three of you were going around the back, and you were going in the front.
Yeah, is that one of them swingy saloon doors I got the front? Cyber saloon doors.
It's true. They knock open, but they hiss like pneumatic. Like,
It's like
very
magic.
old-timey. Yes.
I did not roll well.
So, how do you... I know what you meant to walk in like. How do
go
you
in there.
actually...
Hello, CD people.
I would like to order a seedy drink.
in a dirty glass.
I am here.
I don't even, I'm so embarrassed about my role, I don't even know how I walk in. Probably like that, I probably walk in and go, we need you to go to the bar, where is the bar? I just freeze.
Are you okay?
And then I just start giggling.
I don't even know.
How big are you? How big are
I'm
you?
5'10", I'm an inch shorter than him.
Can I try to like just pick her up by the scruff of the neck and bring her to the bar?
I do not have a neck scruff, do not touch my neck like that.
I'll just take her, she's embarrassing herself.
I was just thinking, do you like drinks with hops?
Yeah, I do.
We should get that then. Oh, goodness. Yeah, and I'm just like giggling the whole way.
Yeah.
Because, little known fact, Orions have a 1 in 10 chance of just laughing in a situation.
Especially inappropriate situations. Yep. When you shouldn't, very much shouldn't. You just do. Yes. Yeah. You all see, again, across as you all sort of like move in, there are all sorts of people inside the place. There's humans, Jin humans, a couple of what you think are Zen, but they probably are Zazen Raglin, which again are the sadists. There are a couple of Fentari in there that do not look like the one you saw. One is sort of orangish, one sort of yellowish. Have cups and 3 tentacles, and a 4th tentacle conspicuously under the table.
Not purple enough.
They
Not our squid.
continue knocking them back. And over at the bar, you see a small but an even unusually large head, even for a Chatillon. He's almost like 40% cranium. And he's like wiping the table, and he's like, I have an entrance. That's one for the ages. I shall upload the security videos to the holovids later. I'll be trending.
I'm fine with that.
It's like, what can I do for you very inconspicuous patrons?
He would like something with hops in it.
Yeah. Strong and cheap.
Just like I like my men.
Really?
Meanwhile, around back.
I'm not really gonna sex him. But if he thinks I'm gonna
Hey,
sex
you
him,
get a cheaper drink out of it.
yeah,
Come on, yeah,
that's right.
You're not supposed to say that loud enough for him to hear.
You are not, no.
He's gonna read my thoughts anyway. I heard about his kind.
Just
keep it all out now.
Diddling our thoughts right now.
He's like, no, consent isn't necessary and important. It's sexy. It's the 23rd century, you know.
I agree.
We don't just go around reading
That's why I go with
people's
false
minds.
pretenses.
It's funny, he does it. I don't just go around reading people's minds, and then he looks at one of the patrons, and you see very much like,
Oh, see that? No,
no.
he just read that person's mind.
No,
he just
no,
did exactly
I
what he said he wasn't going to do. He just
absolutely
did that right
didn't.
there.
No, I was
What were they
afraid.
thinking?
Never did
I must know. What were they thinking?
very
What were
much
they
thought
thinking?
They were
What were
just
they
going
thinking?
to dine and dash and stiff me with the bill. I was just making
Oh,
sure.
do you want us to shoot them?
Please don't.
Hold on, we have somebody else we're supposed to shoot.
Meanwhile, around back.
Yep. Yeah. So we're.
So we head to head down the alley. I assume that there's a back side of this building.
Right. You have to take the trash out from the kitchen.
When you come around the corner, Tark, you step in something and feel a loud squish.
I look down.
Poodoo.
Panther Poodoo.
Around your feet, you
Scream
see
Bullpot Limo.
a bluish green glob start to like fan out away from you, and like tentacles start to come up out of it. And
What
one of
the-
the tentacles is holding a bottle in one of them.
What? Huh?
And you hear.
I lift my foot up.
I'm just trying to relax.
Hey, sorry, didn't see you there. You alright?
You see the puddle on the ground start to like swirl and like forms not quite a head, but just kind of a pseudopod comes up.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Hey, I'm sorry. I missed that one, buddy. How are you doing?
I've had better days. And the bottle kind of like sticks in the side of it, and you see the liquid just sort of like dissipate.
I feel
Inside of
ya. You know, it's been one of those days for me too. It's been a rough one. Hey, can I ask you? Have you seen a guy looks like this?
Oh, a slither.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Right.
I can agree with that.
Do you know where we could find him? Is he around here by any chance?
The pseudopod continues to kind of extend upwards until it's like roughly as tall as you, Ace, but is very wobbly. And kind of like two of the tentacles come out. It makes like a very like precarious skeleton. He's like, this was easier before my endoskeleton got repossessed.
Oh, sorry about that.
What happens? I'll get it back. It's just a couple of bad bets down at the track, you know.
A corpse will bone you, am I right?
Ace will kind of reach in her pocket and see if she's got any like leftover gold or anything, and she'll be like,
You got a couple of credits, yeah?
Do you have like pockets or anything, friend?
One of the pseudopods just like pulls, and it's almost like a pocket appears.
Pseudopocket.
There you go,
Pseudopocket.
buddy.
Yep, we're done. Thank you for tuning in. There you go. Pseudopocket was apparently the quota. Yeah, so we're done here. Yeah, thank you and good night. He's like, Slither usually hangs out in the basement, but sometimes he's got a couple of guys upstairs that help him. Second floor.
Gotcha.
Can you make a call to them? Let them know go upstairs. We're gonna hit the basement while they go upstairs.
Do we have
You do have communications capabilities.
I say let's just check around the corner.
Yeah.
I'll keep you an eye distance.
Yeah.
she'll be
Glitch, when you start to walk away, one of the like tentacly pseudopods comes out and just like rests on your shoulder a little bit.
Hey, buddy.
It's like, that's beautiful hair.
Oh, thanks. I did this job myself. I was thinking maybe I'd go green after this.
And he kind of like actually like begins to turn a shade of green. And it's
Oh,
like, that's one of my favorite colors.
you're a charmer. Hey, my name's Glitch.
Nice to meet you, Glitch. I'm Dibs.
Dibs. Pleasure. See you around.
And he sort of like leans kind of against one of the trash cans.
Hope you have better days.
You too. And hey, thanks. And the coin kind of comes out,
Yeah, no problem, man.
goes back in.
Thank
Like,
you.
You want a drink?
Nah, I'm all right. Thank you.
Got smoke?
Usually, I seem to have dropped them somewhere.
Maybe next time. And it just sort of like leans against the trash can and is like, like this ooze. It's just pouring down the side of it.
Mondays.
When he goes away, she looks and goes,
Somebody's got a case of them.
"Who still smokes? People been vaping for like a long time, right?"
I don't have lungs or ears, but I still hear, so I still smoke. I'm gonna quit eventually. It calms my nerves, okay?
Yeah, they're both terrible for you.
I guess so.
So
Take
we've
it
been
from
making
a
our
dock.
way to the
Yeah, so
basement.
Glitch and I are walking to the corner to just kind of keep an eye out, and
clear 10 meters.
Yeah.
Which is our golden number, by the way, for
When,
everything goes glitchy.
What message do you send?
I tell them that there's 2 guys upstairs that probably have an eye on them, and that our main guy's in the basement.
While you were sending this message, you feel something tugging at your ankle.
I look down.
A horrific rat-looking creature is like,
Jeez. She'll yell out to Tart, and just kind of point at it.
What do you want me to do?
I mean, is it okay to? And she grabs her sword.
It's just a rat. Leave it alone.
when
Did you make the message? Come on, let's go.
one of the pseudopods out of Dibs comes out, and you see the rat inside squirming and just starts sizzling. And he's like, I took care of that for you. Little gamey, but protein.
One less familiar to
That's
recruit.
what she said.
I'm literally doing this, like waving my hands, like, come on.
Inside, you get the message.
I hesitate to tell you this information because you'll probably just say it out loud to someone else. But
The barkeep's like, is that my cue to exit?
oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Everyone talks to the bartender.
Because you read the minds.
And that is an ugly rumor, okay? That's like saying you're promiscuous and aggressive because you're Fott.
We are.
All of this, well, yeah, we are. All of this, keep that down. It's about to get crazy.
What?
Oh, dear.
Did you send a message to just me or to all of us?
It would come just to you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just showed them the message.
It's in Orion.
What's that say?
Is
it go time? Is it?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
I take a coaster and I put it on top of my drink.
There's eyes on us from upstairs. Our man is in the basement.
Okay.
You got any thoughts, Hoss? Or are you guys just gonna...
Here's my plan. Okay. Wait, is there any what's the building look like again? It's 2 stories, right?
it is almost like an old West style saloon.
What's
like,
the outside look like? Did we get a look at it?
It looked like just like a bar. It is just like a kind of like a
What was like alleyways
on
along
both
the
sides of
sides?
the building. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So there's probably like exits or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
666.
There is a staircase, and you can see there is kind of like you know how the walkways are kind of around, and it's like open over the middle, so like you can see up to the top, and there's our rooms branching off of it upstairs.
And that's so the two of them are going to the basement right now. Yes.
Yes.
So
The three of them.
The three of them.
the three of your friends are going to the basement. There should be 2 more people upstairs, is what you were told.
Got you.
We're 2 people. There are 2 of us. 2 of them. It's perfect.
3 outmatches them.
I'm also here.
So I think we should just go upstairs. Is it just a single staircase up there?
Can I have a shot?
Absolutely. What would you like?
Whatever's your strongest, clearest liquor.
I would hate to have a lady be impaired. The strongest?
I don't have a lot of time. Let's go.
Okay. He reaches under and he actually pulls out a pair of like jet black goggles, and he's like, "Don't often get this."
Oh, I
request."
don't want anything that will kill me.
He's like, and he pours out a fluorescent violet liquid
Oh, that's a great color.
and slides it over.
That's a great color.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 for them, obviously.
Oh, excellent.
For he looks at the
my
2 of you
birthday.
and he like pulls the black goggles back down.
Not anything that will kill them.
What about just greatly inhibit?
Just more of this is fine.
And he does
I really
pour
want to try
yeah.
that one.
I mean, I like free, though.
He does slide it out.
Bang!
I was gonna say cheers, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go mess some shit up.
Yeah, it's. Yeah. You think it's fantastic. You're like, oh,
That is fantastic. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Firewater. For you two, it kind of tastes like earthworms.
Worms are good.
Particularly a bad thing.
Worms are good.
Mm-hmm.
Good eating.
Outside,
Oh, that's right. You like bugs.
you for
got-
collecting.
Yeah, a massive collection of bugs.
You're a Bugs Bunny.
I have an enthusiasm for invertebrates of the bug variety.
Right. Head upstairs
Accurate.
and mess some shit up.
Yep. So for you all that are in the back,
Yes, we're making our way to the basement.
okay. So when you come around, it's like you know when in the back of the like the crappy places where you feel the heat coming off from the kitchen
Yeah.
is like what it's like out back, and you feel like there is a place where you can get into the club, or there is what looks like a down staircase that is
Cellar.
very
Kinda.
tight. Mm-hmm.
All right, good.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a security lock on it, or do we think we can open it?
There is like an iron grate of some sort at the bottom, but it looks locked. It doesn't look like particularly like technological or anything. Just a good old fashioned heavy lock.
You guys want to grab a handle on each, and I'll use my sword and hit it, and you guys open it, and we go in.
Fine with that.
Cool.
Great.
All right, so they're gonna grab each door, and I'm gonna take my.
Still roll on the off chance something terrible happens.
Yeah. I was just more thinking of. I was like, do I want the chainsaw? No, the sword.
I mean, I feel like the chainsaw is usually the way, but I get
It's
that
louder.
you're trying to be
It's louder,
stealthy.
that's
No,
it.
I get it. No, you're right. To,
Oh
right
yeah.
to be
Oh
right.
yeah. I am 40 below my number, and that's not including range. So.
His technique is flawless. Ace.
Well done. It never ceases to amaze me when you do that.
Ready?
Very quietly, since there's 2 of us, we coordinate and put the grate down. So
And I'm staring
stealth is
right in
maintained.
that hole.
As one does. We make our way in.
Okay.
If it was silent that we did this, I would like to continue to roll stealth and concealment.
Okay, you can roll it. You can all make your stealth and concealment rolls.
Oh yeah.
Inside, what are you all doing? Again, the bar is full, so there's people all down here.
We're going upstairs, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're going upstairs.
Can we hear anything up there?
Nope.
Well,
It's awful
Well, I mean,
quiet.
there's ambient bar noises. I mean, you hear people drinking, talking.
Is it
you
just
know,
one stairwell up?
I rolled a 67 on that stealth, which should have been like somewhere around 45.
Above
so
or
you're way
below?
over?
Oh yeah, I'm way over.
So
That's okay.
what did the two of you get?
16 under.
16 under?
I am 15 under.
Rogue,
We're like there.
hold on to that. We will come back to what happens momentarily. Yes. So for you all that are heading upstairs.
We're heading upstairs.
All right. That's yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Up
Let's
is
see if anybody wants to try something.
And I have got my Toma out.
Oh, you got a Toma.
Yeah, and you know, because we're trying to be quiet.
What's a Toma?
It's a weapon of great many. Let me
It
pull
is-
up
it
the
is-
specific.
Yes, it is a
description.
primitive melee weapon. Yes.
It's not primitive. It's classic. It's deadly, but like deadly in a cool way. It's a python trident. It has 5 barbed prongs on the fork, and it is carved from coral found in the seas of Pythos.
So again, very subtle. Very subtle. Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's very ostentatious. It's also Dayglow orange, because it's mine. All of my shit is Dayglow orange.
As you all are making your way up, you hear a loud flush.
Like a toilet?
All right.
And
Or a grenade launcher?
in a moment later, flush weapons are a thing. In a moment later, a particularly large ram python comes out of the door with like a tablet tucked under his arm and turns and looks at you all and goes, "Who you?"
Howdy. We're just a cleaning crew. Just here to clean the toilets.
You don't want to go in there right now, man.
You drop a bomb in there? I bet you did, didn't you?
Big Chunga. Yeah, no, I make offering to the gods.
I'm sure they're very pleased, aren't they?
Oh, man, yeah, they are. No, you should smell, but you should smell. I wish you survived, though.
You gotta stop. I'm starting to like this guy. You gotta stop.
I like him too.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That's a real problem.
Is it just you up here, or is there another room we can clean, or?
He's like, well, there's all 6 rooms. Me just in one of them. I don't know everyone else. They don't talk to me after we share bathroom other night.
Oh, you're fun. I like you. What do you do here?
Fun fact, this is actually a thing with the ram pythons. They make chunga as their offering to the gods. I'm not making this up. Yeah.
You're fun. What do you do here?
He's like, little this, little that. Me mostly bounty hunter. You know, smash head, you know.
Oh, that's really. Do you have any bounties here at the bar?
They're here now because me go catch. And he does lean and look over the rail. And he's like, me can't tell them all apart, and me know they sound insensitive. All the asparagus people are looking like I don't know, but I'm not too sure. Maybe me check the. Hold on, wait.
Can we see what his?
That guy! He was downstairs!
What, that guy? And he turns and he shows it to you. And it is a picture of a keen, which looks like a large, basically anthropomorphic, like flying bat person.
Oh, yeah, I saw
You
him.
see this guy down there now?
Yeah, real slimy!
Oh, wow. And he reaches behind him and pulls out a huge, like, caliber handgun. He's, like, completely unarmored himself. He's like, okay, me go catch. If tip good, me give bonus, okay? He turns and he goes, where you get stick from?
It's from Pythos.
Yeah, very nice, but
Yeah.
I didn't know you're supposed to have. Wait, you must win Chunga competition to get.
Okay, I didn't win the Chunga competition.
You won the
But
Chunga competition.
I did attend the Chunga competition, and I had a little fun with the winner, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, me know, yeah, Ran girl is like a ram tail, me know, yeah. But if you survive Chunga, you get the staff to make sure. Yeah, you did, hey, good job. And he kind of clacks you, like, harder than he should, but, like, not as hard as he could, basically.
I'm into it, it's fine.
He's like, all right, you stay up here, we're safe. Me go find this guy.
Alright, we sweeping the perimeter.
He starts
we are,
stomping down the
Thumper.
stairs. Meanwhile, you two, Glitch, you slide through.
Yeah.
Tark slides through. Ace, you start to, and the giggles take over.
I don't know what I find funny, but you know when like stuff gets like super serious and you just gotta laugh about something to kind of like break the tension. I think it's nervous giggles.
I grab her and I cover her mouth as quickly as I possibly can.
The moment you do, you guys hear, and you see a small sphere roll right up in between all of you.
I'd like to kick it back.
You will have exactly one chance at this.
Yeah!
So just pure agility, no other skill.
Okay.
Pure agility.
Just straight up agility.
Mhm.
Cool.
We'll let fate
do I add
decide.
my full or my half to that then? If it's a
Or are
if
you
it's
rolling
a
under it?
stat check.
This is just a stat check. This is just pure animal instinct.
Right,
of
so
like,
is it
bah,
full or
the
half?
full. Yeah, the full.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
where you're like, bah!
Yes!
How many under?
32 under.
32 under.
Yes.
You. It blows up in the middle of the room in thick green liquid flies everywhere.
The room being the basement room?
The basement.
Okay.
But you all do hear because a grenade went off.
It started.
And you all hear.
Go time.
Well, you can all make dodge checks now because you very much could not have. So you basically earned everyone a chance to dodge. So now make a dodge check.
We're not there.
Let's see.
I like to participate.
Is this
Practice.
a mechanic in the game? I don't want to roll a dodge check. I want to grab the two of them and pull them back.
Protect.
Yeah.
Protect
Take
check.
it to the face.
Protect. You protect.
He also attacks. But most importantly, he is.
I will let, because I like it, rule of cool, I will let you make an agility check. Let's
Okay.
just see if you can,
Full agility?
full agility. Same thing.
Agility.
I'll let you add your, I'll let you use your Eridani body equilibrium skill, because you trained for this. This is
I'll
the
let
kind of
you
stuff
use
you're
it
here
too.
for.
Wait, what? So
the normal skill.
just my agility, I'm already 30 below.
Okay.
And then with my Eridani body is 25 because I put it's 25 points. So
So you're 55 below.
yeah.
Ice cold.
I go where you put me. Is what happened just now.
Yeah, I don't care if I take damage. I want to pull them out.
I will say you succeed, but
I'll take it.
No!
the thick green liquid lands on your right leg
Uh-huh.
and immediately begins eating through the armor.
Okay.
You hear it takes 16 points of integrity damage.
Okay.
Is that enough to destroy it for your right leg?
Yes, that's exactly the amount.
That's the
Basically, Glitch, it lands, kick, all of you start to move, and you all see Tark pull you out of the way and head towards the door, and almost makes it when all over the back of your leg, and you all see raw, exposed flesh underneath. Although, actually, exactly enough.
Yeah.
It is still eating away at like the rest of it, but you know it saved you. Otherwise, that would have been your leg that was.
Is
gone.
it still eating up? Because if it is, I can take my next action.
No, it would have. No.
Yeah, okay.
Had it done more damage, then it would have carried on. But if
Yeah.
it was exactly the structural integrity, the armor held, and then now you all see his bare skin underneath.
Ace is gonna throw a dummy grenade into the room because it's like a smoke bomb, right?
Honestly, I'm not exactly clear. Honestly, from the write-up, I felt the dummy grenade literally just looks like a grenade that doesn't explode. Like it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Because people are supposed to run when they see it, and then that's how you flush them out.
She'll still throw it anyways, just to scare anybody off, and she'll try and take a closer look at Tark's leg to make sure that none of the acid or poison or whatever it is seeping onto him.
Still make your throw check, again, just on the off chance something terrible happens, and then you can
You
take a
hit
look.
Tark in the back
Yes,
of the head.
you're like, boom, ah!
With your foam grenade.
And what does Glitch do?
Is that Dex or agility?
I believe throwing is manual dexterity.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Again, someone on the internet is like, excuse me, that is not how that works.
If it's just manual dexterity, she can't It's 104.
She could still crit double zeros and something bad could happen, So it's possible.
There it is.
Okay. I mean, you heave it into the dark room, and a moment later, you do hear like boom, 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 boom of like something moving in the other side of the room. And yes, Glitch.
Are the stairs cleared of acid? Like, can I continue to move through?
So you all would have come down the stairs, and the grenade was coming at you. You kicked it back into the room, and it went
Okay,
off.
so we actually are not on the stair. Cool.
Yeah.
So I want...
I would say you're essentially at the base of the stairs.
Right, exactly. Perfect. So I would like to take up cover fairly nearby and see what I can see and aim when there is somebody to see. But this is our choke point. He has to go through. It's a basement. So hold.
After there is a second of silence, and you hear... I'm glad you spared me the difficulty of having to find you to finish you off.
Oh, the pleasure's mine, trust me.
Those aren't bad legs for an Eridani. I wonder how they taste.
I worked out.
I worked out.
What's he saying?
He's a dick and he wants to die.
Oh, okay, we can grant that wish.
And she puts her hand on her laser pistol and pulls it out and pulls the Hellhound pistol out with the other hand.
Okay. Upstairs, as you all make your way around, everything's going down. The ram stops and he's like,
wait, no, that not me chunga because me already do with that vibration.
I don't know, but it sounds like it's coming from the basement.
From the basement? You see skinny bat person in the basement?
I think I did actually. I seen him go down that way.
But he's probably heading out now.
No, he's probably. He's probably heading out now.
From the rumble. He probably ran out the front.
Exactly what I thought.
No, okay, no, me go check front. Right, you be safe in here. You civilian, you no get dead.
That's really sweet.
He's a nice one.
He turns and goes out, and downstairs you see several of the people in the bar have kind of like produced guns, knives. They're like, well, but like everybody's still trying to be cool. Nobody wants to be the one that clearly freaks out, But they're all several people that you just felt were probably armed are definitely armed.
If I just shoot at the wall, they'll all start shooting each other.
I was just thinking the same thing.
That would be so fun to watch.
I want to move up and sweep the hall.
Did you start shooting for
No,
doors?
I want. I need to sweep like visually.
All right.
Thank you for being the logical one in this situation.
I want to get to shooting somebody. I know there's at least one more dude.
You gotta
up here.
find them and then you get to shoot
Then I
them.
get to
So
shoot
you have
them.
to continue with the mission so you can shoot people.
Exactly.
A moment later, one of the doors opens, and you see a small person that you instantly recognize as the Mutsakin. Do you light him up? Right?
I am lighting him up before he can do anything. Mentalist.
Roll to shoot him. He's range 2. Okay. Downstairs, you all start taking fire.
Like you do.
Actually, give me your initiatives. Actually, I'll use the initiatives that I had before, really, because relative to the two groups, it'll kind of be the same.
How much cover am I behind?
I would say all of you got under cover 2 because you were all kind of trying to scramble into the sides.
Yep.
It is dark. Let's see.
Okay, so
Is anyone dodging?
sure.
Yes.
I can actually
I'm saving some for dodging
add
too.
another
Okay.
40. So 40 plus 70 so far. Plus
As-
is 99.
Tark, do you attempt to take cover, or do you just kind of stand there in the middle when they head for cover? Because you would be sort of silhouetted against the light of the staircase you came down, which would make you a fairly easy target. So do you stand there like a G, or do you take cover?
A G.
When you put it that way, do I have a choice?
I mean, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life.
Just to describe it,
Yeah, like a G.
Do you want to take cover, or do you want Glitch to kill you?
No, I mean I'm definitely going to use my dodge. I'm going to be doing that, but I want to make sure that they have cover, and I'd rather take fire than them. So
I am behind cover. I have like 99 like modifier up right now.
I'm talking about both of you. I'm talking about both of you.
No. Oh, hold on. Do you want your right leg or your left leg? I think it was your. I think it was your right leg.
I want my left leg this time.
Well, but what I mean is, which leg lost the armor? I think it was your right, but
it was my right leg that lost it. I would like them to shoot my left leg if they can.
No, center mass.
Okay.
How much? What's the threshold of your armor?
Threshold of my body armor is 2.
8 points get through. So how much is the absorption?
24.
Okay, so in your torso, you are now down to 16.
Cool.
So while you are moving, boom, you guys see a huge crack in his armor. And of course, it hits like a sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
But the armor does its job and protects you.
Now, from the fire, can I see at least the general direction that it came from?
Yeah, it's a shotgun blast in a small room. You're
Cool.
like, no, he's right there.
Cool.
Yeah. Right, and it lights up for a split second, and you see that Ventari face.
Perfect.
Like, boom!
That's exactly what I wanted.
Yep. In this case, you actually were the first in this initiative rotation. So yes, you take it center mass, but you very much see him target.
Yeah, I'm going to spend one action to get to him, and then I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Because I protect, now I attack.
That's true. Yes.
I am... Oh, plus I am 50 under. Because he's range 1, correct?
He is definitely range 1.
Yeah, so I'm 50 under my target.
As you get close to him, you can see that he's got the shotgun and he's got knives in each hand. And as you presume you hit him with the sword, he moves his blades up, but they do not get there in time. So you are able to hit him.
Okay, I'll roll a d6.
Okay, Ace, you are next. So what?
It's a 5. So his right leg.
Okay. Yes, and him. Apparently, that's just what we do here: is kneecap people. Yep.
Legs.
Mm-hmm.
Bipedal nonsense, I say to you.
You know,
9 damage.
The game effect is agreeing with you. 9.
9.
It's a fool's game. Love this game. This game's great.
Take out his leg. Our group should be the leg killers.
I mean, his stuff is dense, but I mean, you definitely feel like something soft underneath when you crack through it.
All right, so then I'm going to take my third action and make another swipe.
Okay, so you're doing single. Well, are you doing a combo, or are you using 2 or more actions? Or
I'm just going to use 2.
Okay.
So I'm going to use movement 1, 2 attack, and then my third one I'm going to save to.
So remember, it'll be 20% harder now.
Yep. Well, I did significantly better this time. So even with 20%, that's 70. I am again 50 below.
That is still enough to hit him. Okay.
Okay, and this is his other leg.
Yeah.
Why are you races against squids?
11 damage.
Again, you very much feel it like bite into him underneath, and he.
And as he does it, I go.
Right back. You very much see your friend is like
with both legs.
She is going to take the opportunity, and she's going to move over and put her guns away and pull out her sword.
Okay.
And
you can draw your sword on the way.
Yeah, she's going to go at him with the sword.
Get in there on him?
In the way that Tark has taught her.
I mean, all your training has literally led to this.
So is that dex or agility?
Agility.
It's agility with your sword.
Mm-hmm. And is it the half or the whole that I'm rolling?
Half plus 5% per level of your skill, which is 5. So half plus 25%. You want to get under that because he exhausted all of his dodges against you.
Sweet.
So he is very much occupied. Well, between shooting and dodging, he has exhausted his actions.
Okay.
And after this, even though we're in the room with Glitch, we're actually it'll be Hoss. I'm gonna be asking you, Hoss, then Sketch, what you're doing next. Hoss, Sketch, Glitch, Thumper. we're back and forth.
Hoss, Sketch,
Was
Glitch,
a 20,
Thumper. 21.
below age 45.
Nice.
That is enough to hit him, yep. So again, you roll your 1d6 to see where you hit him.
3.
3's an arm.
3 is a right arm or left arm. Sorry.
Yep. It'll be his upper right arm because remember he's got 4 tentacles. So this would be one of the shotgun wielding arms.
Perfect.
Right, so do you have to like roll a d8 on a Centauri?
No, you just do.
Just accommodate for all of them?
Right.
That's 8 damage.
Nice.
That is a same thing. His armor is incredibly hard, but you definitely feel like something under it when you Yep. And upstairs, Haas, you see your friend when this Mutsakin comes out is very much like but you with your superior combat assessment skills are like, oh, he's gonna shoot him.
Wait, the Mutsakin just came out?
You know me.
The Mutsakin came out wearing a suit of armor, and your friend Thumper is about to light him up.
You see the trigger starting to
like
slow-mo.
Does the Mutsakin look like anybody on our list?
You can't tell. He's got a helmet on. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Hashtag not
Thumper,
Mutsakins.
wait! Wait, Thumper. What? Wait.
Well, I mean, I'm doing it. There are 2 guys up here. One of them was big dude, and I'm sure the brain is the other one. So let's get him before he does his
shooting
magic.
everybody.
He's gonna do his magic. He's gonna do his magic.
What do you do, Haas?
Do you have magic?
You're in combat, buddy. I don't think it works that way. I think you can hold all of your actions.
I can hold them?
Yeah, I mean, you can choose to go later.
My little baby action.
I mean, wait and see. Maybe I asked this dude. You don't need to try to talk her out of this.
I would like to wait and see.
Okay, you're gonna wait, and then Sketch
Continues to giggle.
I like to think Sketch is really doing that, by the way.
100%.
Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna switch from my trident to my pulse rifle, and just shoot him. I guess.
He would be range 2.
Oh, that's crap.
You don't know if he's evil.
I mean, but we're already here, so let's do it. I would like to use my first action to get closer.
Okay.
Is he range 1 now?
Yes, you can get closer for him to be range 1.
There you go.
He was just killing me.
What a day, Like, this is so fun. I'm so sorry, stranger man, I'm shooting you.
For no particular reason.
So, I have...
Yeah.
My skill set is 120, and I rolled an 8.
Whoa.
That is a significant...
Negative
honestly, with that much,
112.
you even though you didn't declare it, that would be, I will allow you, because you were all learning this, that is enough for a called shot. You can hit him somewhere specific if you want.
That's where his brains go.
He does keep his brains there.
Is there any gap between his helmet and his armor?
Oh.
You're going to try and shoot him in the neck, is what you're trying to tell me?
Freak him.
Yes.
He'll trick you.
I don't think, mechanically wise, I don't think neck is a body part that you can choose.
It's probably flavor head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Flavor head.
Oh, why did I just do
I was
that?
about to say Flavorhead was that was my band in college.
I hear they're playing at the
flavor-wise,
Fruit
though,
this week.
basically.
It's the most.
So this is what this looks like when he comes out, and it's clear that the bunny is going to shoot him. I spin my trident, stab it into the floor, pull out my rifle, aim it at him, and go, I like head, and then shoot. And shoot right here.
I'm
Upstairs.
I'm looking for the. I have to find the call shot table because they were. Oh no, there it is. You rolled an 8. You say?
I did.
Yeah, to shoot him in the head would have only been a 50 penalty, and I'm pretty sure it's actually easier for Moonzakins. They got giant domes. So yes, that is enough to shoot him in the face. Roll your damage.
Right.
After this, will you be you, Glitch? Downstairs with your target.
11 to the face.
11 to the face.
That will get you.
Oh.
I'm just so glad you tried to talk to him.
Can't win them all.
You. His helmet threshold's 12. Ding! But he very much is like, grabbing his head as he stumbles backwards. It bounces right off of his forehead. Yes, Glitch.
Shooting him's fine. He just falls over like a little.
I know exactly where this fellow is, and I've been following Tark as he moved so that I could aim. I would like to shoot him with a laser.
I also have a glowy sword,
But it's
so
like,
That's exactly why I'm assuming I can see in what was described as a dark room.
I am sure there is some mechanic for friendly fire, but we're not going to do it now. So yes, please roll.
Oh, man. We assume I'm competent at shooting the correct.
Yeah, you haven't rolled yet. Assume nothing.
Let's see.
Probably what it is when you miss. There's just a statistical chance that you hit your friends instead.
Right.
Yeah.
46 under.
Again, he is fresh out of dodges, so that is enough to hit him.
He's all like that.
He's so lost without you. Yeah.
I hit in his head, and that sucks for that guy. Yeah.
What's the damage?
6 damage.
Oh, nice.
It bounces off of his helmet.
All right, I'll keep going.
Roll.
I shoot a man.
Yeah.
That was cocked.
He's wearing a very nice helmet.
Shoot him again.
Keep doing murder.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
still 2 more actions.
It's true.
I have a lot of. I have a lot of
Do
actions.
them
65
all.
under.
Again, that is enough to hit him.
Jeez.
Really, since he's fresh out of dodges, unless you roll a critical fail, like you're going to hit him. Although remember, each shot gets more difficult.
Yes.
So,
He's
like,
so
you'll hit him-
bad at
6.
You'll hit him until you don't. Yeah.
Going to
Well, I mean, are
hit
you
him.
going to full auto or
I'm
burst
just-
or anything?
I don't have full auto or burst on this weapon,
Got it.
so I have to continue taking the accuracy penalty. But I can just law of large numbers. So that was a 6.
Oh, get that leg.
the
Get
same
that
leg.
leg.
Yeah.
Fuck that leg up.
Put in that leg work.
You miss all the
8.
shots you don't take.
In
No, shots they do
Ignore
take are they
absorption
hit
because it's a
legs.
laser.
yes. Again, he roars in pain, and you see like the leg kind of begins to buckle a little bit, but he does not quite go down.
All right.
Just leg hunters. Right. I mean, statistically speaking, it was no more likely than anything else, you know.
got
But it's just like
We're trying to shoot
37
them.
under.
We know how to shoot them.
that is enough.
3. So that's
Left arm.
Left arm.
Which
Yeah,
is
the
the
other-
side
the
that
other
may
sh-
hit.
Another 8.
The other, same thing. And you all can like smell his blood in the air here as he like continue like anymore.
That was my 3rd or my 4th? That was my 3rd.
I believe that was 3.
3,
Oh.
yeah.
Time for my 4th.
No, keep rolling. After Glitch, it is you, Thumper.
Let's see. So that was my
Finish
3rd.
him.
8 under.
Nice.
Yep, that is enough to get him.
Yep.
And how many points?
That's in his head
Do it.
for 4.
That bounces off again. Thumper.
All right, so I was doing a burst of 4, and I got 76 under my.
That is enough to hit him. So in this, you roll the D10.
I cannot
many?
believe you brought your children
You
here.
just roll. You roll the D10 4 times
Okay,
because if it's more than 6, the bullet goes stray.
so that's 4 on the first one,
Arm.
and that's
That is a stray shot. That
That's
is
a
that is a
leg.
leg because of course it is.
the other arm.
Yep, that is an arm. Yep.
So 2 arms and a leg.
Just like working this poor little guy.
Is it okay if I take my last shot since I have 6 actions
Yeah, of course.
and then like 1 for cover?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the first arm. That is a 5.
Haha, 42 under. I rolled a 2.
It bounces off of him, and you realize this little guy is wearing really great armor.
Little great armor. So the other arm is a 6.
Ding, ding.
Jeez.
All right, and then the leg is a 4. So. All right, and then I'm gonna slap back around the corner behind cover, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use one of my actions to take another shot.
Oh yes, you haven't done anything yet. But what was your final there for your?
42 under.
Mhm.
Hit him.
You said
in
2, which is chest.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's damage.
Yeah, it was a 2 on the percentile.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was almost a crit.
That's like
And while we're still there, I would also like to use one of my remaining actions to take some of the orange spray paint that we have and kind of spray over the eye section of his helmet so that he can't see out of it.
Spray over his face. Perfect.
And it was leg for 6.
Just roll agility. Leg for 6.
Yes.
It bounces off of him. And yes, it is your turn, sir. Because you were holding your action.
So we just killing this guy.
Well,
I mean,
Doesn't look like anything's happening.
In
so-
for a penny.
To apologize.
No, they
All the
pumped-
bullets are just bouncing off of him.
I'm sorry.
I tried to warn you. Should have saved yourself with your magics.
So what are you doing?
Oh man,
Well, I took another shot.
Well, he's done nothing yet. So
Yeah, that's
Except
for damn
complain
sure.
and second guess.
you keep trying to kill random civilians in armor.
He's not a random civilian. Said there were 2 goons up here, and he's one of them. I just know it. Would you be
can't
wearing
just start shooting
fancy
people
armor
for no
like that?
reason.
He's not a civilian. Look at all the tech he's wearing.
All right, fuck it. I would like to full on run at him and then jump kick his face. Because I feel like that'd be fun.
okay.
So you're running in front of my gun. That's
Well, you already shot him.
Roll it.
Oh. Am I wrong?
You're
Agility?
you're running it, yeah. Agility. Or strength, I guess. I don't
Yes.
know.
hold my dodge though.
Which one?
This is a critical fail for
Critical fail race.
Yeah, 100%.
So is that 54?
Oh, wait. This is not Ace Day. Dang.
Ace sprays her
Ace.
face.
No.
You go to
Ace
you go
in
to
face.
spray, and one of the stray bullets,
Oh.
boom! Day glow orange paint on everyone. On Glitch,
I'm
on Tark. Yeah, she's in the room with you.
No,
yeah.
no, they're like at the doorway.
Yeah, I'm at range. They're in melee.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, there's
It's just a whole room?
Yeah,
Cool.
just yeah.
Kind
Yeah,
of. Okay, I thought this was a big room. It's all good.
No, it's not a big room at all. Yeah,
I'm orange now. Awesome.
orange paint on everyone.
Favorite
and
color?
Everything.
That was
enjoy
not the way
watching
I
that
planned for that
awesome
to go, guys. Sorry.
Yep. So what'd you get?
54? But, I don't know what that means.
Well,
Well, your agility's 123.
so you're under
That's probably good.
by a lot.
And my kicks are ×2.
Okay.
So it's
Oh,
2 damage.
Is the kick just 1?
So yeah, it is one. It is It's 1 point.
Well,
Maybe
maybe his head
so
will rattle
you
around.
kick him and he stumbles backwards towards the railing, but he just goes whoosh, and fire erupts from both of his hands
This
and flies down the hall.
told all of you. Can I
Both of
dodge?
You can.
I'm around the corner. I
Pretty
got
hot.
it undercover.
I hear that it's getting hot in here.
I'm gonna take off all my clothes.
It's mostly because they're going to be lit on fire.
The fire does not get Thumper. It very much gets Haas. I don't think it's possible for you to dodge enough. Well, no. Yeah, tell me what your number is.
60?
No, it still gets you, Haas.
Well, I
And it also gets
got fired
you,
armor.
Sketch.
Got fire damage thing.
Oh yeah,
I
your
cannot
ECRS
You hit him with your
fire is
foot.
30.
You failed at shooting him, so
No, I actually did really well at shooting him.
you baked him in the face. It bounced off. What are you talking about?
He's got a fancy helmet because he's the bad guy.
You got very lucky
Because you
there,
pissed him
Sketch.
off.
It's so your armor has a fire rating Roll that number at -20 and tell me if you get under that number. You do the same.
What is it?
Do I add it? Do I add it to my fire rating?
I don't.
The armors.
No, I know, but do I add it to my characters?
No, because specifically this damage is the armor.
Okay, it's armors.
Your
So-
fire
A
normal
20
is 30.
When you say
penalty. Bad. Make it worse.
It's 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, so but it's minus 20, so
Yeah, 20. I mean,
So you need a
technically
10.
it's plus 20.
so you need a 10 or
bad.
you need a 10 or under then, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Yep.
Your
What the hell?
the torso takes 4 points of structural integrity as it begins to
Didn't
burn.
get it.
Under
And
10.
it is like sticking to you, like you're on fire now. And your armor
Like that.
takes, again, the fates are with you guys, 8 points of structural integrity to the chest. And you also are very much on fire. And the fire is starting to spread all over the bar. Although you did
That's
already declare
whatever's
that you were getting
there.
another shot off at this guy.
Yes.
Sketch. Did you hit him?
48.
I made the shot. I got him in the chest, and it was for 12 points of damage.
Hooah.
40.
Not 40. I wish it was 40.
No, for me.
I don't know what kind of weapon I would need to get 40 points.
He is
of
like, roll on the critical hit table.
Oh, snap.
So am I rolling a d10?
Yes.
You are.
Can't dodge.
3.
Let's see.
Oh, what?
Has anybody else ever thought about the fact that Sesame Street has a vampire in it?
He's a vampire pimp.
Nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Whose blood is he sucking?
I mean,
sucking?
whose isn't he sucking?
I mean, I've seen
That was
Kermit
what,
as
sorry?
a vampire.
3.
Oh, yeah. That's true, actually.
He very much just goes, and you see his like mouth is filling up with blood. He's, back downstairs. Tark.
But he's wearing a helmet.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
can I use my action?
You did. You kicked him in the chest.
That's all 4?
I mean, you ran over to him, kicked him in the chest, and then tried to run away to dodge. That's 4.
That's 3.
That's 3.
And a dodge is
Uh,
half.
Yeah, dodge is half.
So 1,
Oh,
2.
dodge is half of your.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Tark.
I swing my sword.
Mm-hmm.
So 1.5.
And after Tark, it will be Ace. The newly day glow orange Ace.
So I rolled I rolled
Excuse me. Sorry.
81 plus 40. I rolled 120 below, or 121 below.
That is also enough for a call shot were you to choose to do so.
You know what? I'm really not liking his legs.
Which leg are you going for?
He got my right.
He got your right leg. Yeah.
His right leg.
Okay.
That
That only
sounds
seems right to me.
right.
It's true.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Am I right?
I think we're all
You're right. You're right. Yep.
10 damage, and then I roll a. Oh no, I called shot, not a critical.
Yeah. I mean, it may be a crit. Let's see. That is enough. So do roll the d10.
Alrighty. A 1.
You catch him in the hip bone, and you feel a satisfying crack. And he's like, Ace. He is falling to one knee, but still very much fighting. I mean, he's dinged and nailed. Like, his arms and legs are beat up, but I mean, he's still fighting.
She is gonna try and grab 2 of his arms and put them into cuffs.
You try and cuff him?
Yeah, at least 2 of them to get him out of the.
Okay.
And also fun time later.
Do you not have
So what
handcuffs on you at all times? Because
I would say, do you have pickpocket?
Are they fuzzy?
I do.
There was
one
a
right
thing
here.
about
I would say it'd be pickpocket for that.
Orion.
Okay, so plus agility. and dex.
Orions.
Half your manual dexterity.
And
Okay, and then Haas.
Yes.
He is wounded, and you are on fire.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have all 4 now?
Mm-hmm. Use it back around to the top of the next round.
On my actions before.
It's 100%.
Can I
again.
put myself out?
Another 100%.
That was another
Just on
100%.
fire
Why can't
for-
I roll like this when we play vampire?
That is true. This would be fantastic. You'd be critting left and right.
Shit!
In the midst of like all of the paint that is all over you, you run over and handcuff yourself to this Ventari.
I mean, that's close enough.
Yeah.
Still, how many actions was that?
1.
That was 1.
Mm-hmm. But now you're stuck to him.
Grapple?
She. Can I? Oh, she's not very
He
strong.
is larger and stronger than you. Like, you're short.
I mean, I technically only took 1 action. I can just try to swing and get that arm off.
That
of
is
it.
true. You have more things too. So
Yeah, I figure we can probably all roll almost simultaneous to speed
exactly.
up.
Just tell me what you're like. Roll it now so you can. Advance.
I rolled a 4. I rolled 100 and even with the 20 bonus, I rolled 100 below.
What are you still aiming for that?
No,
leg?
no. Whatever hand that she handcuffed.
Okay.
And only 5 damage.
Bounces off of it. You're like,
I'm still way under.
Okay.
I didn't crit, so 6. So his other leg.
Okay.
6 points of damage.
Let me double check.
And then my final.
What else are you gonna do? So you can roll it.
She's gonna try and shoot him somewhere that looks like the armor's cracked or exposed with the laser pistol.
The 6 also bounces off of him.
Okay, and then
roll it. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, and then the last one is his left arm for 9 damage.
That does get through, and that arm does come off and dangle from the handcuff that you are connected to, which is really gross, honestly.
She rolled. Let's see. So for the laser pistol is 45 plus the manual dex, or half of the manual dex.
Half your manual dex plus 25% plus the gun.
Okay, yeah, she rolled 27 on something that was. Let's see. Okay, what is that? 45 plus.
27 is still a hit, so yeah, you can roll the damage. Do you have burst or rapid or any of that sort of thing?
On that one, yes, I do.
Oh, okay. So are you shooting him just once, or are you just gonna try and unload on him?
I'm gonna shoot him just once to try and get a nice steady shot.
Okay. Roll the damage. After this, it will be you, Sketch. Well, it's Hostin Sketch. So what are you doing?
Oh, I would like to shoot him in his face.
Okay, roll it.
Are you calling it, or just shoot him and hope you get the face?
Why don't we just handcuff him?
I don't like that. I like shooting.
Wait, what? We shooting.
Bounces off. Okay. Are you shooting or handcuffing?
Huh?
Are you shooting or handcuffing?
I was gonna try to shoot, I thought.
Sure. It's up to you. Is that what you're doing? You're gonna shoot him?
Do we have handcuffs?
And Orion always has handcuffs.
All right.
I mean, I'm not saying don't shoot him. I'm just, are you shooting him or are you handcuffing
Well,
him?
to be fair, his armor may be good enough that the shooting isn't going to work at all.
So let's handcuff him then.
Okay.
I hate to say it.
So I've rolled. It's for manual dex in half, or what is the
Pickpockets, let's say.
pickpockets to handcuff him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Oh,
Unless you have some other
I
sleight of
got
hand skill.
pickpockets. Can I do that?
You don't have the handcuffs.
What, can I pick your pocket?
For the handcuffs.
Until I think of something better, it's pickpockets.
Yes. So my pickpocket is 65. I rolled an 18, and then I rolled a 31. Because what I'd like to do is go over there and handcuff him, and then remove his.
I thought you were going to say throw him over the railing.
No, then remove his helmet.
It's probably not very easy to get his helmet off, because otherwise it'd be kind of a crappy helmet.
But I have 14 fingers.
You make a compelling point.
I'm willing to roll for it.
What was that second roll you got there?
I got an 18 and then I got a 31.
I would say that is enough to get the helmet off of his head, and it is in fact the second one that one of the ones that you were sent after. It is Spaz. Also, you are both still on fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
So
Can I
my
put
third
myself out?
Yes, so my third action, I'd like to put myself out and then say, you can shoot him now.
Can I?
I mean, you shoot him?
Well, put myself out first.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Thumper, while they're tending to the fire, do you shoot him?
In the head! His naked head!
It explodes like an overripe melon.
I would like to just shoot with him afterwards, just for good measure.
Yeah, solidarity shots.
When you all look up after having pasted this dude, you look down and all of the patrons below are like,
Do we gotta fight everyone? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, don't mess with the SCD. We're on the case. Let's go down to the basement.
And the ram comes back in the front door with a random Keen who you've never seen before in your life, who is badly beaten and is like,
Me catch, me think me catch, me don't know what he look like now because his face all messed up, but me think he good enough.
Good job.
Do you have a small, short friend with armored suit? Someone you work with, maybe?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Meanwhile, down in the basement, Glitch, it is your turn.
Yeah. So I've made all my shots. So my first one is 38 under. Shot him in the head for 6.
Anything 6 or less is going to bounce off
Then
of him.
literally everything in all 5 shots that I accurately make on my D8 damage die, where I consistently roll above average damage the entire way through, nothing happens. And then I duck behind cover.
Yep. It is back around to you, Tark. As you see, your
Why am
friend
I
is
here?
lighting him up.
Yeah.
It's like ping, 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 ping.
So he's on one
so
knee
bad.
now, right?
Mhm.
And he's missing an arm.
No, he's hurt. Huh?
I would like to take my sword and put it up against his neck and say, "Give up peacefully, or I remove your head."
He drops the shotgun and both knives.
All right, Ace, cuff him.
I think we're gonna have to get this arm out of the other side of the cuff first.
I think you can just pull it.
Yeah, just
you're
pull it
right.
from the
Okay.
big end.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a great place for us to stop. There's nothing I can do to follow up you with the Fintari tentacle in the handcuff. Like,
Do our comms have the ability to take pictures?
You know what? Yeah.
It's a cell phone.
I just want to get a selfie with the headless guy. And then I'm going to send it to our boss lady and say, working towards that promotion. Winky face.
A few seconds later, you get a single one-word reply. Nice.
There we go.
So hey, there you go. That is episode 1 of Battlelords of the 23rd Century. I don't know if I clearly said this will be 4 episodes, and each one's going to be a little different in ways that we will surprise you with when we get back. I know that was a little long. Thank you for sticking around. We're learning it. It's crunchy. They are very tough adversaries that they were doing the battles against. Again, Battlelords of the 23rd Century. It is on DriveThruRPG. Again, get the core rules, otherwise you might get an old edition. Games for Love, we love it, close to our hearts. Tell everybody who you are, the socials, where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Sam Delev. You can find me at Tchaikovsky, ChaiKovsky. Catch me here on Mondays on Q Times. That's for Clear Skies, the Star Trek RPG that we do with Eric Campbell. That's 6:30 PST. You can also catch me on Mondays on Thunders and Blunders, the D&D Adventure podcast I do with my friends. We can also look forward to Veiled Alliance. That's going to be on LFM, and it's coming very soon. Please follow Twitter for details. And coming soon, all of us are going to be doing Long Beach by Night. So everybody's going to be talking about that real soon.
Honestly, by the time you see this...
They have already started watching it.
Also, I want you to know, I'm not sorry for what I did to them. I'm
sorry.
Was that out loud?
Spine again?
Me either.
It's true. Yeah, we're both unrepentant of anything that happens on Long Beach by Night. Yes, ma'am.
That's okay. I'm unrepentant as well. Everyone deserves to see the sun. Hi, I'm Ash Minnick, and I've been your inappropriate space elf. You can find me on Twitters at moonclad_Ash, which is also, I guess, technically inappropriate. On Instagram at astronaut44. I'm not very good at either of them, so you can also watch me on Sundays, Long Beach by Night, 12 p.m. Central. It's not Central, Pacific. 12 p.m.
Not
Pacific.
Central at all.
Definitely.
Don't listen to me.
Decentralized.
If you live in Los Angeles, you can come down to Alamo Draft House and go to like any of those events because those are super awesome. Or you can sign up for D&D in a castle, which you'll see, you know, a lot of us there. It's very fun. It's in England. We play D&D.
It's a whole thing.
Where do you do it?
We do it in
a castle.
In a castle.
Oh, that's
also an island.
near Newcastle in Northumbria.
And yet it's an
At
old
Lumley.
castle.
Lumley Castle.
Oh, Donald is balls.
It's official.
Oh, it is Lumley?
Oh yeah,
I mean, it was always Lumley, but it's official
Lumley.
that it's a thing.
Lumley Castle.
It's a thing, like it's a whole thing now.
Now, when is this coming out?
Couple weeks. I don't know.
Yes!
Hello from the past.
Hello from the past. It is officially Dungeons and Dragons in a castle.
Ooh. Unless for some reason something falls apart and it isn't, which I've now spoken into existence when it was my fault then, which again, still unrepentant. Yes, and you, ma'am.
Hello, I am Melee Damage. I have been playing Dr. Ace McSteamy, the First Lieutenant and Orion Rogue. And let's see. Yeah, we have Long Beach by night. I play Lula on there. You can find me on all the socials at Melee Damage. That's MAYLEIGH Damage. I also have a Patreon, and you can sign up for that. I run games and take photos and make crafty things and do all of that stuff.
She's crafty.
She's crafty. B. Dave Walters. I'm B. Dave Walters, Orware. But again, by now, a little show called LA by Night has returned, and I'm on there doing vampire stuff. Then Sunday was all these beautiful people also doing more vampire stuff. Long Beach by Night. That's when I'm in this chair. LA by Night, I'm on that chair. LA by Night, I'm doing more of this stuff. This chair, I'm doing more of this stuff. You know. We're doing this. We're doing Long Beach. We got another thing that hopefully we'll be able to announce very soon. So it's a good time to be watching the geekeries.
Hey, I'm Alquin Gersh, different elves on Twitch and Twitter.
Junior.
And here's Thumper, Junior. Yeah, I've been playing Daddy Thumper. Thumper Daddy.
Oh, he's Mommy Thumper. You know what I mean, boy? That's what it is. A
lot of stuff that I'm on is most of the stuff that other people have already brought up, but I look forward to you seeing me get into more trouble.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, I'm House. Hi, I'm Entertaining, and you can find me at Dom Italiano at any of the socials, and I'm on the stuff. Hope to see you around. Yeah, you're looking lovely today, so keep it up.
Nice. Yeah.
He should have played in Orion.
It's a long con.
I like him as a Fott.
He's been in a rain
like
and
me
a
as a
Fott
Fott,
costume
too.
this entire time. Has anyone checked? I'm just saying. It's a Men in Black.
My name's Jake, and I am on. As soon as this show is over, there's 4 of these. We will be coming back with Court of Corvids, which is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game that I run. On Fridays, we have a game. We have a show called Filthy Casual Fridays, where people like these fine folks will be hopefully joining me and playing video games and just really talking.
We're a bunch of filthy casuals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then twice a week we have an educational show on YouTube where we go over different rules and different parts of different tabletop RPGs, and we talk about video games there as well. I think that's all of the things that I am on.
And this whole thing is your thing. That's important.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be on DC by Night, which is also a vampire show. So, yes. That's all of the things.
Wait, are you going as Joey or as your vampire?
I don't know yet.
Right.
Because I'm going. I'm definitely not going as Joey.
I was about to say because it's a Cameron City.
No. As far as I'm aware, I'm going to be given a character specifically for that show, and so
not even Arturo.
No.
So go find out what he's like when he's not a greasy lupine.
Or you can find out what I'm like when I am a greasy lupine or not a greasy lupine on B. Dave Walters' Patreon.
True. That is true. He wears a number of hats on my Patreon where we do games and stuff
How
too.
many of the hats are greasy?
I mean,
just the one. Just the one.
The direct skin.
It rubs off on just all of the other
content.
ones.
Yeah, it's a lupine thing. So hey, thank you all, and we will see you soon for episode 2.
Bye.
Bye.